Well, hello. Hello. I realized I think I realized last week this was really low volume. My wonderful background music couldn't be heard. So I'm turning it up a little, but now if it's too loud, let me know. Because I love opening my stream by saying hello and talking about audio balance. You know, it's a 5-year tradition. At least it will have been a 5-year tradition in about 6 weeks or so. I need to remember exactly when my first stream was. I think we're coming up on my first video on my channel next week at the end, man, I gotta see. The volume seems play at the moment, man. Is that some slang that all you kids are using about volume is play? I like it. I'm gonna use that. So, hello Nick. Hello EV23. All of a sudden, I was like, all right, well, I said what I was gonna say. See if I'm gonna check my emails. What are you guys up to? Oh, you're watching a stream. Oh, who are you watching? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, me? So obviously it's not Thursday night. There's a reason for that. We're camping this weekend. We have all 3 days booked. We're leaving first thing, basically as I get off work on Friday. My wife gets off work an hour before me, and she's gonna do the last getting whatever's not already in the car. Although right now we already have our tent and stuff in the car. And when I get off work on Friday, I'm supposed to get up from my desk and walk down to the car, and we drive immediately to camping. Yeah, that's right. Norbam Remus. Something like that. What's up, gun kid? So, anyways, tomorrow's looking like it's going to be tricky to pull off. I'm doing laundry right now, but we just realized, well, we realized last night, but we were too tired, that we actually have to prepare and sort of be packed by Thursday night. And I've been pulling all kinds of overtime. Like, literally, I wake up in the morning. Now, I do take enough time to make my coffee, and I have a breakfast smoothie that I make. But as soon as they're done, I bring them to my desk, I sit down, and I log in and start working. So usually that happens around between 7 and 7:30. And then I've been working until usually between 6 and 7 in the evening. So I'm tired. I'm working a lot. It's just stressful. But it's good too. So Gun Kid is referring to the fact that this is not baseball Death Stranding edition live stream. Play is in a similar place as OK on the phone. So, all right. Wow. Now that I found out it's auto-corrected, it seems much less clever. What was it? I wrote my wife the other night and it auto-corrected me. Okay. Yeah, I was in the kitchen, and she was in another room, and I was making some ramen, and I couldn't find the salt because I add a ton of vegetables, so I added enough extra stuff that the seasoning that comes with the ramen packet isn't enough to cover all the vegetables that I add, so I have to add a little extra salt, and the salt wasn't where it normally is. So I tried to text my wife, U with the letter U has salt, and it didn't like that, so auto-corrected the U to I, and that didn't make any sense because I didn't has salt. That's the kind of stupid stuff I text my wife. You has salt? And when I was playing Death Stranding the other day, I texted her, I has Ghost Baby. Me and Ghost Baby is friends. You wake in the morning and you step outside and you take a deep breath and you get real high, and Nick, you scream at the top of your lungs, what's going on? Do you really do that? I mean, you wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. Where else would those words have come from? And you're awake this time. Hold on, I think I'm gonna cough. I feel a little cough. I'm gonna mute my mic. I played it up a little bit. But I also spared you. I think I spared you the noise, unless I'd muted my desktop audio and then coughed loudly in the microphone. I'm not sure what I muted. So if I accidentally muted the hold on. Here, I had to clear my throat. See, this is a problem that I have sometimes, is I eat right before I stream. And so my wife bought a frozen pizza because she went to the store to do our camping shopping, and then she's a lot of times when we go to the store, we'll pick up something quick and easy for the night, especially if we're running a little low on food, or at least easily prepped food. So she got me a DiGiorno pizza, and I didn't eat the whole thing, but I ate enough of it that putting it aside and then launching a stream 2 minutes later make me a little I think I just need to clear my throat. I decided I'd give it a shot, Nick. So I was playing it last night and thinking, yeah, it could be kind of cool. And in some ways it's kind of chill. And then all of a sudden it's scary. So it's got different ingredients that we like. It's like American Truck Simulator. How to describe it? I was chatting with Nick the other day. I said this game is like, it's like American Truck Simulator meets Silent Hill. It's like a post-apocalyptic delivery service, and the apocalypse involves like ghost, angry spirits that want to kill you. So it's a really weird environment. Like you'll see when I launch the game, it's just weird. And I was thinking about, I didn't even prepare a trailer for it because, like, you know how I normally do trailers when I launch a new game? The shortest trailer I found was like 8 minutes long, and it was weird. It was Hideo Kojima. He is the guy that did the Metal Gear series, and I think did he also do Silent Hill? Because I think he was going to work with Norman Reedus to do Silent Hills before him and what is that company that did Metal Gear Solid? He had a falling out with them to start his own company. And then chill, then weird, then very not chill. Are you familiar? Are you familiar, Gun Kid? So, yeah, I've been enjoying it. I find it was one game I had on my radar for a while, and it's never really been that deeply on sale. So I actually got it for like $45. So, which is the cheapest, around the cheapest it's ever been. But I just decided I wanted to play it, and there are no other games really like it. And I was working all this OT over the weekend too, so that's what I decided one morning. I was like, you know what, I have work I need to do, because normally I don't work a lot of OT. It's like I don't have a drive to be the dude that works 60-hour weeks or anything. I'm happy working 40 to 45 hours and getting paid decently, but not like working myself on the ground. But certain times, like right now, my job, there's just a lot of stuff I'm responsible for that's piled up. So I've got to, take extra time to do it. And so I made an arrangement with myself on Saturday that I would work for a few hours and until I'd earned enough that it would cover Death Stranding. And I actually worked more than that over the weekend. I worked enough that I could have bought Death Stranding 2 to 3 times. But that was the bargain that I made for myself. If I have to work on a Saturday, I'm going to put part of that money towards buying a game that I normally wouldn't buy, because I don't buy games for over $40. He's playing 4D chess, and we're playing checkers. Yeah. It's some pretty nuts stuff. So, but yeah, I've been working a lot. I'm tired. I don't think this will be a late stream, and just mostly a hangout stream. And I wanted to ask you guys, Do you guys know Terry? He used to be a big Nintendo streamer on YouTube Gaming, and he's one of the people that's moved to Twitch. And he's like I think he's like a professional streamer, or he makes his living, or at least he might make a living off streaming. I'm not sure. Any of you guys know him? Because I still follow him on Twitter. Yeah, he sounds like he's going through a really rough spot. Okay. I don't know, I just thought I'd ask. Yeah, he hold on, I'll actually show you guys. It's enough to where I'm worried about him, but I'm not, as someone who's close enough to him. Like, he knows of me and I know of him. We became friends after Jake Has an Apple. Remember him? He died back in like 2016 of he had a heart problem. And he was in his early 20s and he passed away. And it was like, it hit the YouTube community really hard. And Terry was a good friend of his. Dark Jake was also a good friend of his. And I did like a hangout stream to just talk about like anyone who was affected by a death and the loss in our community, if they just wanted to hang out. In a, I don't know, just hang out in a place where people, it's acknowledged that it's a big deal and it's okay, Anyway, all of a sudden a few weeks ago, Terry started posting stuff about how life sucks and all this other stuff, and then he linked this thing probably about 3 weeks ago, saying that like a large blog post talking about that his wife left him, and like he totally didn't see it coming, and he's like all totally devastated. And he's also saying he's also is dealing with depression, and because he has health issues, and also with COVID and everything, he was already down, and then his wife left him, and so he's like hit rock bottom. Terry the war pig guy, are you thinking about that there's another guy that died that was was it Controller Hog, or no, Master Sergeant Porkins. So for the last few weeks he's been talking about he's trying to get into therapy. He tries streaming a little bit, and then he'll stop, and then he'll say he gives up, and then he'll be like, no, I'm trying to hold it together. And he tweeted a few days ago that he like woke up from a nightmare screaming. I mean, the dude sounds like he's struggling. And let's see. No, I didn't say, hey Siri, shut up. Siri, don't people. You're not invited to this conversation. No, we don't need that music either. Oh, hey, it's meta. It's my stream data. Okay. So yeah, he posts this thing today, earlier, and says, I'm going to have to go away for a while. I've done something terrible. I'm so ashamed of myself for this. Love y'all. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. And that's the kind of stuff that like mass shooters say when they're on their way out. Not that I'm thinking he did that, but that's the kind of post that when you see something like that, it's time to be worried about this person. But again, I'm not in a position to help to reach out to him. I mean, I could say something, but it's not like I know him well. So, and not that I necessarily expect anyone here to know him well, but just at random, and he's had thousands of followers over the years. So, just on the off chance that there was someone, like when Dark Jake knew Jake Has an Apple, and Dark Jake's like, yeah, that guy gave me his old computer when mine broke, or his old graphics card, and like we were great friends and stuff. Sometimes randomly you'll know someone that knows the person and maybe is not aware that that person's going through some heavy shit and needs someone to check in on him. Well, yeah, Gun Kid, that's the whole thing. I'm so sorry, please forgive me. And I mean, the thing is you don't know what that could be. It depends on the person. What some people can become terribly ashamed for something that, in the large scheme of things, isn't that big a deal. But not the same as like school shooting. You know, like he got caught stalking his ex and like whacking off in the bushes or something. That's like, yeah, that's terrible. And that's horror. That's like super. You never want to be caught doing that. But, you know, people go through messed up times in their lives. And so it's like, hey, you know what? I remember what you were going through back then, like 6 months later or whatever they talk about it. You're like, hey, it's every once in a while, people break down and do something like go hide in some bushes and whack off while they're stalking someone. It's happened to the best of us. So, I mean, I don't even make light of it, but you never know when you hear something like this, what somebody means. And because I can't make assumptions, but I'm also, like I said, I'm not close to the dude, but this is concerning enough that I wanted to bring it up here. Just in case, but it sounds like nobody really knows him. Yeah, I saw that. Is it the 3000, the 30 line of Nvidia cards was announced? I saw that. So I've got a 2070. What the hell is it? I think it's in my description. If I can remember how to look at that. They changed everything on YouTube. I have to look at my own description to see what I have on my computer. It is an RTX 270 Super Ventus OC 8GB. So, yeah, I hope he's all right too. It sounds like something really kind of, at least for him, something really extreme has happened. And I don't feel I'm not the person to reach out to him. Because I barely know him, and but I've known him enough to think. I always thought he seemed like a good guy, decent guy, and that I'm worried about him. I know I keep adding stuff to my desktop. Part of it's because I have my disk drive is so terribly big that I can fit a lot of games onto it. And once I have a game installed, I keep it on the desktop. And then I keep other random stuff that I want to have access to on the game up there too. So anyways, one of these days I'm going to do some cleanup on my desktop, but not today. Well, the thing is, okay, the problem, and maybe there's some way to work around this, but the problem I have with a games folder is I like being able to lay out the stuff like in a certain way based on what I'm doing. And for example, if I have like a window down here and then there's things I won't have a window take up the whole screen because frequently I don't need it to. And so I'll want certain things across the top that I can access to while I'm looking at other stuff. And this stuff on the top is interchangeable. It's not always the same stuff. Certain things stay up there, like the snipping tool and the camera and the Zoom meeting and things like that. But before I used to have a folder that was called recent games, and that was meant to be games that I had downloaded, but maybe wasn't playing right now, but it's still like on my to-do list. And what would happen is once they were off the desktop, I would totally forget about them. Because a lot of times, if I want to play a game, it's like the fact that it's already loaded and I see the icon, it's like, oh shit, I haven't played Diablo 3 in a while, but bam, let's go. It's just right there. And I like to be able to see it. But anyway, so that's the story of my desktop. Now, I know I've seen other people do videos where they've just got icons all the way across. So I'm not that bad. This is probably the most crowded my desktop has ever been. Oh. Some water. It's hot here in Oregon right now. It's like it was in the mid-90s today. That's hot for Portland, Oregon. Not cool. Evie's like, I live in Texas, bitch. What are you talking about? 90s is hot. Shut up. Although Evie would never say that because she's too nice. So I'm pretend saying it on her behalf and on behalf of all Texans. Having BNet up there, so you need 2 WoWs and what's B? Oh, BattleNet. That's true, but how can I remember which games I have installed in BattleNet? You know, they're like, wait, do I have what do I have there? Like, no, I see it. The links. Although having both World of Warcraft Classic and Modern, I do agree that's probably unnecessary. Okay, yeah, so anywhere in the South. Yeah, I remember one year I took the bar exam in Maine, and it was, I want to say it was the last weekend of July. So we drove across country to, across the north side, like through Illinois and stuff, over to, across the country to hit the coast, and then went up to Maine, and we're there for about 2 days. We hung out there for a day. Then I took their bar exam. No, I took the bar exam the very next morning after we drove 20 hours. And I failed it. And I failed it by this much because I couldn't think clearly during the bar exam. But you know what? It was worth it because that was one of the most fun adventures I ever had. And I saw more of the world and the country than I'd ever seen before or after. So the fact that I was so tired from the drive that I screwed up the bar exam there, and it was like I'm barred in California. That's where I got, you know, in the end, that's where I have my bar exam, my license. But at that point, it was just because we thought we knew somebody who worked in Homeland Security, Department of Homeland Security, which is based in Vermont, but you needed a Vermont license, and Vermont had all sorts of weird restrictions if you're out of state. It made it almost impossible to get a license there if you're not like a resident of Vermont and haven't, like, you have to have been a resident for a while. But they had reciprocity with Maine. So I was like, well, what the hell? I'll take the Maine bar exam, and then I think it's something like, if you have a license there for 5 years, then you could just transfer over to Vermont and just get it through reciprocity. So I was like, well, what the hell? If I pass it, I'll just let that chill out for 5 years. And then maybe we'll hit up these contacts in Homeland Security and see if I can get, like, if so, I could look into getting my Vermont license. It's a very long story for why I went over there. But the whole point of the story was then we drove down the first week of August down the south on the east, down the East Coast. We went to Georgia, then we cut across to New Orleans, and I think it was New Orleans was the hottest, muggiest place I've ever been in my whole life. Like, we got out of the car at 10 at night, and it was like 109, and it was so humid you could cut the air. And hey, it's Nola Wolf. And it is this game, sort of. It hasn't started yet. I'm mostly just doing a hangout check-in because I'm probably not going to be able to stream tomorrow. Well, at this point now, I won't stream tomorrow. But I figured if I didn't stream tonight, I probably wouldn't stream at all this week. And I want to check in with you guys. Hell, ha ha ha. The Hype Man skit. I don't think I've seen that one. I love Key and Peele. I only discovered Key and Peele in the last couple, like, year and a half to 2 years. I have a friend that, like, showed me a bunch of the skits, and then I got hooked. And then I just started watching, like binging them on YouTube. They got tons of them. I love that stuff. So Wasteland 3 looks like it might be good. The problem is I have Wasteland 2, and I probably put about 20 hours into it and I stalled out. My interest stalled out. So I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm in the mood for that kind of game right now. Also, the big one I got my eye on right now is Crusader Kings 3. I've really enjoyed Crusader Kings 2 in the past, and for a game that I feel like I haven't played that much, I'm curious to see how many hours I put in Crusader Kings 2. Kings 3 just launched, and it's got a 90 Metascore. I was surprised it's getting such a big response. It's always such an under-the-radar franchise up until now for most people. IGN gave it a 10 out of 10 and called it a masterpiece. So I was like, holy shit, like the mainstream review sites are giving this thing's like top score 10 out of 10? Shit. But I think that one's the one I'm the most, if I'm gonna get into a strategy game, that's gonna be the next one I will really sink my teeth into. I have Anno 1800. I almost started playing Anno 1800, except I started playing Death Stranding instead. Very different games. All right, let me get my Steam library open. I'm just curious now how much I played Crusader Kings 3. Well, that's also Nick. It's also Europa Universalis. It's a company called Paradox, and they do a series of grand strategy games. And the most famous one they're known for is Europa Universalis. And they're known for, it's a little bit like I don't know if you've ever played Total War, you probably haven't. But if you ever played the Total War series, it's like the Total War series without the battlefield combat. Because Total War's, a lot of it's about like 3D battlefield with hundreds of troops running around fighting each other. But then there's an open world map that is about like governing your kingdom and building your cities and interacting with other nations. And Paradox is all about that part of the game, and really, really making it super deep and complex. And Crusader Kings is more than just like a kingdom and military conquer simulator. It's more about following a dynasty and a family, and it's basically almost like you were role-playing the head of a dynasty and making the decisions that he has to make, and managing a country in a strategy type setting. And then, like, if you die, you eventually will die, and you will become your next in the line of succession. You'll play that person. So, like, when I first played it, the first time I played it, I was playing somebody in Spain. And I think he got, like, his brother was testing him for the throne, and they killed him. But all of a sudden, I was playing the brother that killed him, because now he was the head of the dynasty. Yeah, it's a lot about marriage, and there's some crazy stuff. Like, I could go off about all the emergent gameplay stories that came up while I was playing Crusader Kings 3. I think I'll tell you the most memorable. It was, I had a son born, and I think it was when he was a baby, my wife and I had taken him to the ocean, and we were having like a picnic or something, and this witch showed up and like did a witch sign over him or something, and then took off or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. But as the kid grew up, he was all his stats were like, all of his leadership stats were through the roof. His military leadership ability, his diplomacy abilities, his stewardship abilities, all the stuff, all the stats that define these people, they were through the roof. But as he became an adult, prophecy started coming forth that he was the Antichrist. And when my character died and he ascended to the throne, 3 witches appeared. And they appeared as generals. They were leader units. And they were all super top statted everything. But they were evil. And he took over like all of England. He started off in Ireland. He took over all of England. with these three witches like leading his armies, and it was just crazy. Anyways, can we play that instead? Well, unfortunately, I feel like Crusader Kings is not quite as interesting to watch someone play as it is to play it yourself, because what I just described happened over the course of quietly sitting in front of the game for 20 hours. But it's things like that are some of the most memorable and I think like his offspring after that were cursed. Like they were all like small people like with like clubfoots, and suddenly all the offspring were homosexuals and they wouldn't procreate, so like creating additional heirs started becoming this huge problem. So after this one Antichrist dude died, what was left in his wake of the dynasty was totally fucked up. You think it's interesting to watch, Brad? How you doing, Brad? You watched Spiffing Brit play through Crusader Kings 3? Played the Duchess of Tuscany and earned prestige by continually marrying and divorcing the same guy. There's stuff you can do in this one that you couldn't do in others. Like someone was joking, I think it was in like making a Steam review, and they were like talking about how to eliminate your rival. You could start your own religion, like your own heresy. And he's like, start a heresy where the central tenet is being nudist, and enlist him into your heresy, and then convert back to Catholicism while he's still a heretic, and like call a crusade on him. Maybe eventually I would. I've only played it a couple times since I've been a streamer, and there was a point. Did I stream it? You know what, Nick? I think one time we were just hanging out in a non-stream, and I played it while we were talking in Discord. And I don't know if there were any other people there. I don't remember if it was like a sponsors only chat or if it was just somehow just us hanging out. But I'm pretty sure I was showing it to you while we were talking about other stuff. I've been playing a lot of Death Stranding, Brad. I've been surprised at how much I've enjoyed it and how much it fits into the various... It checks off a lot of boxes for the kinds of games that I like, Brad. And in fact, for someone who's a huge fan of American Truck Simulator, I don't know why you're not more enthusiastic about a dude whose body is his truck. It's like Fallout. That's what I keep saying. It's like... Well, the comparison I make is that it's like American Truck Simulator meets Silent Hill, but also it's like it meets Fallout. It's like those three got together and had some sort of weird three-headed baby. Chatting, you walked through the game 3, you streamed. Okay, so that's what it was. We were chatting in Discord, and then I think I streamed it just to show it to you. All right, I'm getting distracted though. I needed to just go to my profile. I want to see how much I played Crusader Kings. $147 hours of Crusader Kings. So as far as games go, it's not Skyrim, but 147 hours in a game is not just like, oh yeah, I played that a little bit, it was good. That's a sign of a game that brings you in. I have Disco Elysium. I acquired Disco Elysium recently. A few weeks ago, it was on sale somewhere, and I picked it up, and I started playing it, and I'm not in the mood for it. I can acknowledge it looks like a terrific and super smart game, but I just wasn't in the mood for this kind of clever, cynical, artsy game. I was just like, nope, I gotta wait till I'm in the mood for this, because if I force myself to keep playing this, I'm not going to appreciate it, because I'm not in the mood for it. 262 hours in Disco Elysium? Oh, D2. Oh, Diablo 2. Okay. What? I realize I'm losing. I'm only sporadically paying attention or picking up comments. I have to be a game revisited week after week to give time for the story to build. What Crusader Kings? The Crusader Kings? Yeah, it's very much the type of game that if you get into it, it will, like, I've never finished a game of Crusader Kings. I've just played it and played it and played it until eventually I'll hit a point where I just decide I need to play something else now. Although technically, I mean, it is sandbox. It's not like you can win, but Paradox games do have sort of objectives and quasi win conditions, but it's more just achieving certain things will cause certain other things to happen. Like Europa Universalis, if you're playing in England and you unite, if you conquer and control the entire main island of England, you become, is that the point at which you become Great Britain? There's certain things that when you do it, you evolve into like the next more advanced form. Or is it the United, which one's the United Kingdom? I always get them confused, but there's certain thresholds that you pass where you start off as England and then you become the next thing up. And people from England, I'm sorry if there's anyone from England watching, because I know it drives them nuts when Americans don't understand the difference between Great Britain, England, and the UK. I know that England's the smallest one. Hold on. And yes, I muted the mic on purpose. Wales and Northern Ireland seem way smaller than England. Well, if you took England by itself, this is kind of big. I mean, England only goes up to Scotland, and Wales is like the left third of England, isn't it? What we would consider the main island. Okay, well, because I thought, so Great Britain is the largest of the British Isles. Is United Kingdom just the inclusion of Ireland, or is that what was? Well, then there's the Commonwealth, which, if I understand, still includes places like Canada and Australia, even though they have independence, but they're still considered part of the Commonwealth. Is that right? Anyway, it's just we would, if we never had our revolution, we'd probably be very similar to Canada. We'd just be part of the Commonwealth, chilling out, or playing ice hockey. Well, actually, it's probably Canada's ice hockey thing is because of all the ice up there. UK is England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland for now. Okay, that's United Kingdom. That's what I thought. So that's just that specifically the what is considered the country is the UK. That's at the national level, like the United States is a country and UK is a country. Isle of Man and Isle of Wight. Are they their own things? Oh, just realized I'm flipping thirsty. Can I show you my Don't Panic? I got the decal at Rose City Comic Con in Portland almost exactly a year ago. And I put it on my water bottle. This was my work water bottle that I had at work. And I left it there before I realized we weren't coming back ever again. And so finally, after months, I went back and collected some of my stuff, and I reclaimed my precious Don't Panic water bottle. So now I remember when I'm gonna panic, I see my water bottle. I know. Oh, wait. Don't panic. Huh? See? It's its own country, not in the UK. I'm technically of Irish descent, so should I be offended at my own ignorance? It's like, oh, not to offend any Irish people out there. It's like, wait a minute, I'm Irish. They'd be like, you're not a true Irishman. You don't even know. And look, it's Knoxire. Good evening. All right, so Brad, buckle your belt or something, because we're gonna play some Death Stranding, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it so hard. I don't think I need that extra thing up there though. Where is it? I don't need the extra G-Law today. That was as a joke when I was trying to beat G-Law 2.0, which didn't go well. G-Law 2.0 was not a hit, so we're reverting to OG G-Law. No, we're gonna play Death Stranding if OBS will be kind enough to hook to it. That could, maybe it's something I should have checked. It's been a while. Okay, there we go. Gonna say it's been a while since OBS just wouldn't hook to a game. G-Law 1.6. Did you like G-Law 2.0, Brad? I feel like the whole point of G-Law 2.0 though was to explode with subs and numbers and be really the hot thing that everyone's into, because I was playing that game that was popular. But only 5 people were watching me. And I realized G-Law 2.0 is a failure. I might still play that game, but I won't be G-Law 2.0. That's what I'm saying. It was hot last week. What was that? The Fall Guys? That game I was playing last week? Is it still super popular? I know it's been a week. It seems like one of those games that is going to be like super ridiculously popular for about like 3 to 4 weeks. And then everyone's going to make fun of anyone that's still playing it. Be like, oh yeah, Fall, you're one of those Fall. Or it could be like I don't think it'll be like Fortnite though. I don't think it will be. But maybe it will be. I don't know. Oh yeah, the camera zoom was pretty good. Did you like that, Brad? I forgot about the camera zoom. I was developing some cutting edge techniques there. Maybe I could integrate some of that stuff into OG Law. Should it be OG Law, Nick? Kind of like that. So, this is me. My name is Sam, but it's Norman Reedus as Gun Kid, who probably did not have the patience to wait 45 minutes to see his favorite actor pointed out. And I am a delivery man. And it's got sort of a semi-shared world, like these things. Oh, what's this?
Excellent work, Sam. You've brought 3 way stations into the fold. The preppers are on the grid and the Cairo network is looking better than ever. We're planning to use a regional distro center as our next way station. But that'll have to wait. Got a priority task here. A mess in need of cleaning up. We need you to recover one of Lake Knot City's system servers. They sent it out for repairs and mules hit the transport on the way back.
Not mules.
The server contains validation data for a new delivery system we're deploying. Once in place, it will use the Cairo network to automate deliveries. To us, it's invaluable. To the mules, it may as well be a toaster. A toaster they'll happily tear apart for the Cairo crystals and rare earth metals inside. If we don't act quickly, we could lose that data.
I hope it's not timed.
So get your ass to the mule's drop site, snatch the server, and bring it back to Lake Knot City. I'm putting the order in myself. Check your cufflinks for details.
It's not even really a backpack. So, let me see. Do I have a drop all option? Oops. This is all just a bunch of stuff that I've slipped on my back. So, like, I wish I had like a drop off. Of course, there's never much of an occasion to do it. And I still have a shitload of stuff on me. Well, I'm gonna put it all back on because I need to carry it anyway. And I do have an upgrade of robotic legs that help me balance this stuff, but I only recently got these because without those, here, I'll take them off. This is the power skeleton, and actually I'll put it on my back. So now I'm stowing them. Oops. So as you're walking, well, actually, I don't think I have enough stuff for it to be an issue. But you'll start tipping over, and you will, like, biff it. Like, you'll start biff it. That's like an 80s term. You kids remember biff it? You're gonna biff it. That's what you did on when your bike, where your wheels lost traction and you slid into the bushes.
How you doing, Sam?
It's called biffing it. Anyways, you'll lose balance, and you could, like, fall on your face. You could wreck your packages. Did you biff it so many times, Brad? I biffed it a few times. Totally did. This is the funny thing is, as the words biffed it left my lips, I realized I don't think I used that expression in 20 years. Maybe 30. When I was like, oh, why? That was a good word. You biffed it. That was fun. All right. He did plenty, especially when you're going on uneven land. It gets really hard to maintain your balance. But I think I do have some building materials that, you know what? I'm gonna take it to a. There are these places out here where you can help build highways.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
The ceremonial first pitch. Patus, it's not baseball. Can't you see? The stream's called Not Baseball. Never playing baseball again. It's all Brad's fault. Made it look like so much fun. And I kind of got into it a little bit. But then I turned the difficulty up to 30 and started using the grown-up pitching and hitting buttons. And you can find randomly stuff to pick up. If you're going to a certain place and you see lost stuff, you can pick that up along the way. Is this one of those road pavers? No, I have to hold down tab. So you can see it requires quite a few materials, and it looks like some people already put certain stuff in here. But I'm gonna add that stuff. I'm gonna add some of these crystals. And if you get enough of them down, I'm thinking this road is what will end up being paved. And I'm not sure, I'm not sure which direction it will, but like, for example, probably eventually a bridge will go across this. And you can actually build stuff like bridges too. If you have enough materials to do it. People can randomly put stuff around, like, I don't know why they thought this would be a good idea, but somebody planted this ladder here, which could be helpful if I actually needed to get up on top of this thing. Maybe just if you want like a heroic vista. Or like, yes.
That's quite a drop.
Yeah, it is quite a drop. I'm going back down. Chris Cunningham. What's up, man? I look sharp, thank you. Maybe it's my high definition camera that I actually can't run in 1080 because it's too resource intensive. How you doing, man? All right, so what do I need to do? Okay, mules are rogue delivery people that have become kind of like bandits. And it's sort of a weird thing. The story is that they got so obsessed with whoa, shit. Okay. They got so obsessed with hauling and making deliveries that they're almost like junkies for it. And so now anyone who's carrying cargo, they will attempt to waylay them and steal their cargo because they can't stop themselves. So this thing actually, you can see it says gaming lawyer on here. I built this. This is just a recharge station because my legs have power that get used. You can kill bandits. Combat is heavily de-emphasized in this game. So I have actually, in the time that I've played this so far, never been in a fight. Like, you don't have guns, but I actually did just get... What is it? I just got... like a crossbow thingy? Or did I? Oh, here it is. Which I haven't used yet, but maybe this will come in handy. With the mules. And I'm not sure if you can actually kill them, or if you can only incapacitate them. Now see, I walked into their territory and they have these sensors, I just walked past some, that alerts them when someone crosses them and scans for packages. So it looks like it was far enough away that there are none of them to detect it. So where is it exactly I need to... Is it right here? There's a lot of dudes in there, man! I've seen videos of people, like, using their cargo, throwing at them and knocking them out, and kicking ass. But I'm mostly about this kind of shit. Like, I'm gonna stealth my ass in there, see if I can sneak in. Oh shit, someone see me? Well, I've been enjoying the open world, but it's not like other games. It's not like, oh, it's Assassin's Creed, where you get to this thing and there's all these different activities to do. Okay, there's one of those damn mules. I feel like there's way too many of these dudes for me to just sneak my ass in there unnoticed. I probably should have carried a little less stuff. Okay. I have some rope I can use too. So you're seeing my first combat. Oh fuck! Alright, that's too many. Why did I pick up ceramics? I don't need ceramics. They're weighing me down. Oh, maybe I didn't pick it up. Get the hell out of here. Go, bro! Yeah, this... I don't think the combat approach... Yeah, I feel like combat's maybe not the way to go here. That dude just stole one of my grenades. And they're not grenades that I can use on them. They're grenades I can only use on the spirit monsters that you may or may not see during this game session, depending on where I go. Well, how the hell am I supposed to get in there? And didn't I... Okay. So I was supposed to right click. Oh shit. I wonder if there's a different approach to get in there. The robot legs are a little bit slow because I'm not on even... Like, if I'm on just a paved road, I can actually get going pretty good. But if I'm running on uneven territory, then the rocky... Even with the boosted legs, I'm not going to get a whole ton of speed. Like, I had some dudes chasing me through stuff like this, and then I came up to a paved section of road. And once I got on that section of road, it was like, see you later, suckers. Fuck. Do they all know I'm here now? Fuck! Oh no, they're sending their vehicles on me. Oh, my little baby's getting upset. Now, just so you know, most of the game is not like this. It just so happened I was about to... I didn't know this, but as I started to save, I was about to embark into this portion of the game where I had to infiltrate this heavily guarded camp. That's not what most of the game is. Most of the game is navigating difficult delivery areas and just evading people on the way there. People, and there's these haunted zones that are scary AF. They even scare me a little bit. Just going to... I am the UPS store, bitch. I am the UPS store! Therein lies the problem, Matus. Did I lose a box? I can't tell because I've got a bunch of shit on me. Got my ladders. I got a couple I only have one PCC. I'm not sure what I lost. You're gonna put that on a mug, Noxire? I am the UPS store. When did I lose 2 boxes? Oh, fuck. Oh, here's a paved section of road. I mean, not that it's gonna help me here. Oh. No, I knew I lost something when I was first being chased. Where the hell is this road going? Oh, okay. Okay, there's a generator. I'll make my way over to that generator. Oh. Wow, that is some highway. Your RTX 260 KO? Oh, nice, man. Yeah, getting new graphics computer stuff is always exciting. Last year, for my birthday, I customized a build. Hey, it's Half-Life symbol. But this time I had someone else build it for me. But yeah, this is like, I basically built what was the closest to a dream PC I could even think of. On my last PC, what was I running? I think I upgraded to a 1060, 3 GB. That was when I upgraded my last PC. Before that, I had some sort of AMD, but I can't remember what it was. And it ran really hot and it was super loud. Well, I know Nvidia and Intel stuff a little bit better than Radeon. Yeah, 1063 GB. Yeah, I basically put together, I was like, if I could, without getting exact, like super top of the line, because hitting that last bump to get to top, there's an insane curve, a price curve, like spike. So I've got a 2070 Super OC, and that's the most I ever spent for a video card. I think altogether my PC cost about $1,900.
Nice if somebody could fill in for me for a day.
Oh no. Can I go down there without falling? Oh shit. X580. They're the scrappy underdogs. I think the problem was that I had the Radeon, I used it for a couple years, and maybe it was just the one that I had, but I ran really hot, so I was always worried, and the fan was super loud. And when I switched to the 1063 gig, it was so nice having a card that ran, that card at least ran cool, it ran well, and I never had to stress about it. Oh, this is a little recharge. Hey, what's he doing here? Here pretty bad for a while. I mean, it got the trick done. I played the hell out of it, and eventually it started glitching out and making my, I think I diagnosed or I eliminated other things, and it was my graphics card that was causing, like it was causing blue screens and stuff like that. So this is a watchtower that someone else built. When you use their stuff, they get likes, and that sort of adds to their, it's basically getting likes in this game is like getting experience. So when you do your mission, you earn all these likes in different categories, and that's how your skill, like to carry more or to keep your balance better, it increases based on the likes you've gained demonstrating your skills doing those things. Can I get in from this direction? I wish this game had a day-night cycle, but I don't think it does. Yeah, no, definitely competition is good. Oh, this is the way I need to go. And really, I'm not someone that's, well, also, I mean, I'm not like a fanboy for a brand. My whole thing was like, get whatever cost the best and gave you the best performance, but also the most reliable. I mean, that was a thing too. And I felt like I also had more problems with glitches, like game glitches on Radeon cards, on the Radeon card I had, because more frequently game developers were tooling things for Nvidia graphics cards, and so the compatibility tended to have less issues. What was Nick's question? By someone else? Yes, Nick, other players, like that actually that road, that paved road that I was running on, other players contributed resources for that. Right now, I could put down like one of these. I have PCC. This is a generic thing to build different things, and I can put one in my hand. This is a PCC, and let's see. This is like a post box, like locker type thing, and I can switch. So I could place a bridge somewhere, but then I'd have to put a ton of materials on it.
Gonna have to ask you to build that somewhere else.
Here's a watchtower I could build. Here's another charge station I could build if I wanted to. I'm not going to, because there's no real need for that right here. This is not like a heavily traversed area that, well, it already has stuff, but the fact that those things are there is very convenient. So people are going to end up using those, and as people use those, the people who built those are going to be getting likes and recognition. It happens automatically. You can assign extra likes manually, but just by using their stuff, they get credit for it. And hey, Maxi, is it 1500? I never go top. I would never go top of the line. Well, you know what? I should never say never, because if somehow I found myself making like a 7-digit annual income, then I probably would just be like, whatever's the top. Next time I have a PC built, whatever's top of the line, put it in my machine. All right, things are gonna get a little sketchy from here. All right, so there's dudes hanging out in that building. Or is it just stuff? Is there a dude in there, or is it just stuff? I can sense their equipment, but often the equipment is on a guy. All right, he's walking out. Might be able to just sneak my ass over there. Oh, I feel like I'm being so naughty right now. Where's the thing I need? Server system. Is there anything else that looks promising here that I should have? I've already got a bowl of gun. Is there a reason to have another one? What's light, so why the fuck not? Put it on my back. And I don't think there's anything in here I want to steal. Any place I'm going? Destination. And I'm gonna leave the rest of that stuff alone. Or am I? I can't clearly make out the destination. Well, I know I'll be going back there, so I'm gonna grab the lost tools. Let's do a little auto cargo sorting. If I play my cards right, I can get right out of here. And now I'm in stealth mode. Where am I supposed to bring this anyway? Probably back to Lost City, which is where... Yeah, okay. You don't buy much with PC stuff? You got it? Yeah. Well, do you think you're going to get more PC stuff now that you have a new PC, Nick? Or is it just... Is it still going to play sort of a secondary gaming PC role? But it was just... You needed a PC, so you got a new one. Because some people just prefer gaming on consoles. I have friends that they've got multiple consoles. Him and his wife both have like Xbox Ones, so they can play together. They have in their living room like 2 sets of TVs and 2 Xbox Ones. They're super into gaming, and they could afford PCs, and they have PCs, but they usually just use their PCs for like work stuff. Okay, so it's just a matter of having the Xbox was just a better option. See, for me, the problem is because you can keep rolling forward all the games you own with PC. And it sounds like consoles may be leaning in that direction. Was it PlayStation was trying to announce like a more robust backward compatibility with the PS5? I thought I heard that, but I'm not 100%. Who are those dudes? I'm not used to seeing NPC traders just walking around. Oh yeah, yeah, you also, it makes sense to buy whatever platform your friends are playing on, or whoever you're going to play with. That's been one of the most tempting reasons to think about getting consoles for me, has been to play with friends I know that have consoles. Okay, it looks like I've reached the end of the road here. And that looks a little further than I like to jump. You have no problem with consoles, but don't think you tend to ever buy one again. Yeah, Nintendo's the one that their big titles that you're only going to get them at Nintendo. And I feel like that's one of the problems I've had with PS4 and or PlayStation and Xbox in general, is as I built my PC library, there are very few games that are big hits on there that don't eventually come out on PC as well. But there are always a handful, but just not enough there aren't enough that I go out and that I'm that tempted to go out and buy a console. This is for the place I'm going. Not city. You don't care about the first party title, but it's a great device for playing a Slay the Spire. One step from meeting. Why would that be? I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I just don't understand. Why would that be preferable if you already have it on PC?
1 foot right in front of you.
Ah, what's this? Engineer? Nah. Where the hell am I right now? Oh, okay. Guess I'm beelining straight for my destination. I didn't even realize it. Oh, I guess the convenience of it, because I keep forgetting it. Basically, it's a handheld with the power of a full console, or at least, you know, a Nintendo console. I know power-wise, it's not quite on par with the other two in terms of specs, but the only time I've seen, the only ever time I've seen it in action is at VidCon 2017, because Dark Jake, I think Dark Jake, somebody brought, I want to say Dark Jake brought his. It was neat. Oh, Brad. Your girlfriend's moving in. That's development. I hope that's a good thing. Oh, when you go too far away from drop cargo, you lose it. I didn't realize I still could have picked up those grenades that I dropped. It's okay, they're not hard to come by.
Nice.
Yeah, I agree, Nick. There are a few games, like Animal Crossing. I'm kind of curious about that, but I also don't know if I'd really like it. But just the basic lineups, like whenever... The last thing I had was a Wii. But just playing like Super Mario Galaxy, I had a lot of fun with that. Playing just sort of their core lineup. It's kind of fun. Did somebody build a whole... Someone's been working on the highway. Oh, shit. Nope. Just moving right along. I think also running on this kind of terrain wears your shoes down super crazy. Oh shit. Okay, okay. There's a whole balance dynamic too where that's a thing that might be better on a controller, but you can try to shift your weight in one direction or another based on the way you're falling. Let's get a little recharge here. Oh yeah, they really did build out that highway, didn't they? Wow, some folks been busy out here. Now, I actually built this little stretch of highway the other day myself, and I kept getting notifications later that people were adding materials to keep it maintained. So now you'll get to see what one of the major hubs looks like. So the whole objective of this game is that you're attempting to tie everything together into this digital-ish network and become part of what was once the United States. And you're actually like enlisted by, it's weird, by the President of the United States, who's, I think, is your mom? I don't know, it's a little, the story is a little weird. The world is weird, but the world becomes very kind of fascinating. It's weird in an interesting way. You haven't even seen what I use to detect babies, or what I use to detect monsters. I don't know if you guys seen the trailers, but that little thing on my chest, it's a baby. But they say not to treat it like a baby. It's just a piece of equipment. And it's tied into the other side, the other, like, spirit world. And that's how you can tell when you're getting close to, like, the evil spirits. They're invisible, but this thing can detect them, and it can help you see where they are. Yeah, at one point when I started getting really deep in water, you may have missed it, but there was the sound of a baby crying. And it's because certain things that happen upset the baby inside your little thing. It is kind of fucked up. Alright, let's make the deliveries.
Welcome, welcome. The Arab man said to expect you. Oh, you've got the server. Here, let me have a look at it. Nice. The great deliverer comes through again. The server's in perfect condition. It's a real relief to know all our records are safe. Thank you so much.
Well, and that's one of the weird things, Nick, and it's maybe related to what caused the apocalypse. I don't know the whole story, but there was a point before the fall where technology had become so advanced that people were no longer necessary. And the fact that people were no longer needed to...
Sam, I've added a reverse trike to the list of supplies you can
Oh,
fabricate.
shit.
Lake Knott said he was kind enough to provide the blueprints as thanks.
I
I'd
can make motorcycle.
About it, but didn't you used to have your own?
Yeah, I had
Same deal. 2 front wheels, 1 rear, battery powered. Fitted with an auto-charging unit that kicks in when not in use. Requires skill to drive over obstacle-strewn terrain. Best suited to long, flat stretches, yada, yada, yada. We're working on securing you another vehicle, so you can look forward to that too.
I hope I get a big-ass truck, and then... It's funny, like, I just want it to be American Truck Simulator. Like, eventually, I'm not even gonna have to deal with these guys. It'll just be, all the roads will be paved. I'll be able to drive a truck. I'll be able to haul massive loads in one trip. It'll be amazing. And I'm like, wait, I already have that game. It's called American Truck Simulator. But there was something about the fact that people were no longer needed to make society work. They didn't need to work to make society function. And it started having some like serious psychological and societal effects, like bad. So I think they, like, maybe they'd come up with this delivery system as a way of forcing people back into productive roles in society. And it became a thing where that's why some people got addicted to it. Now they've gone into post-apocalypse. Some of them have gone nuts. They're so into it. But yeah, there was and so now you are building this network where they can fabricate materials across distances. And some people are already saying stuff like, oh, it'd be nice if we are all connected again, because then we won't need you won't have to risk your life to deliver things anymore. Won't that be great? But I'm pretty sure I've seen stuff suggesting that it was the fact that that's what we already had that somewhat contributed to the downfall, and that the creation of these couriers was an intentional device to offset that problem. So again, it's a weird world. And it's got some really weird, kind of interesting ideas going on. And there's a lot I don't know. There's a ton of like informational entries about the world that I haven't read yet, that I've accumulated in the background, just haven't stopped to read it. That talks a lot more stuff. It says new interview data acquired, Higgs particles. And I'm getting a little bit of love for the lost stuff that I picked up along the way. And so this is the different categories that when they get to certain thresholds will improve skills. If this gets up to 10, something is going to happen. I think it's passing. Yeah. So with that bridge length, I think once that's finished, it's going to alert me to some sort of significant change. Wow. I feel like I broke the slot machine. You've been awarded the title of Mover. As a proven porter, you may now... many now turn to you for assistance. You can now start making strand contracts with other players. You can use the upgrade cooperation request in order to ask other players to contribute materials to your structures. So there's a, like indirect multiplayer, but I don't think you can actually run alongside and do deliveries with people, like that sort of thing. I don't think that exists. But yeah, these likes are like, they are like currency. And experience rolled into one. You've been awarded the title of Skilled Mover. Keep doing your best to convert more people to your cause. So as you're moving across the country, there are people that felt like it was the network itself that's been causing problems. And there are also terrorist groups. Okay, so like, here's a weird thing. I don't know exactly what caused the downfall, but one of the things that happens that's super bizarre or weird is if somebody dies, their body, once it hits a certain point of decomposition, if it's not burned in time, it will create like this interdimensional explosion. And it's just like the size of a nuke, or like 10 nukes. One body will just decimate like an entire urban area and kill everything in it. So corpse disposal is a major big deal in this in this game. I'm trying to say where I was going to go with that. Anyway, but that is just a thing. So this whole thing about the other side, and oh yeah, that these terrorists would basically have suicide bombers to go into populated areas and die where they wouldn't be found and cause explosions that would take out, like that's how the game started, is one of those did a death that ended up taking out what was, I believe, the central hub of what remained of the United States, just took it out. And that happened in the first like 10 minutes of the game. I traversed dangerous terrain and nearly died 5 times to give you this package. My butt cream! Bridge level, link grade 20. Your sync level with other players increased by 10%. You can now make more strand contacts. You can now upgrade cooperation requests. The period for which you can send likes has increased to 6 seconds. So when you approach stuff, you have a certain window to hit like buttons to give extra likes, send extra likes their way. For like, especially if they've built something in a location you find super useful, and you're like, thank God this was here or whatever, you might send some likes their way.
Thanks, Sam. With that data, we can finally move forward with our plans for the new automated delivery system. I'll tell the boys to start testing the bots right away. Now, you'll need to take it to the distro center south of Lake Knot City. Check the delivery terminal whenever you're up for more work.
The preppers had some things to say about Fragile. You sure we can trust her?
That business with Higgs, thought I told you she hates him with a passion. Enemy of my enemy as far as I'm concerned. Don't take my word for it, though. Just ask her and judge for yourself. I'd like it or not, we need her help.
Sam,
It's fragile. I hear you brought 3 preppers into the network and delivered everything they needed. That's some good work.
As long as we're shooting the shit. You mind telling me what the deal is with you and Higgs?
Been hearing stories, huh? I'll tell you all about it. In person. Meet me at the Distro Center, south of Lake Knot. You're headed there anyway, right?
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
So I'm getting a bunch of notices here. It says a road you built was used by someone else. And then there's a bunch of people using a road that I rebuilt. Materials added to a road that, okay, so I'm getting all these notices of things that people have done about those roads. Yeah, I'm kind of not sure if it's really my mom or if I met a ghost version of her on in the ghost beach or something. I don't know. There's a lot about this game's story that's a little bit like, and I've heard, I mean, this guy in general, Hideo, whatever his name is, he kind of has that reputation of making stories that are a little bit like, ha ha, it's so clever, you'll never understand it. No one else will either. And I probably don't either. Hey, food brother, Peter Contreras. You and your girl watching me go salmon fishing. All right, man, that sounds good. My wife and I have been getting into pretty big into camping the last few weeks. We got camping gear for the first time in 15 years, and we're actually gonna spend the weekend camping, so we're really looking forward to that. All right, so this is, I have a private room because I'm a VIP. You have to ask Food Brother Feely Contreras. He's the man with the salmon connection. So they've discovered, okay, these ghost things, you're this sort of special guy with special properties. Your body has special properties. And they've discovered that
blood collection complete. Thank you for your generosity.
That things synthesized from your body can be used as weapons against these spirits. So, for example, there's an all-purpose shower, bathroom, toilet thing over there, and it's always collecting whatever comes off of you or out of you and forming them for research and also forming them into like grenades that you can throw at these robots. You can literally have like poop grenades and piss grenades. Here, I'll show you the baby. The baby's off of me, obviously, right now. Hanging out, recharging. Sometimes I have weird visions when I touch the baby. We have a weird psychic link, and sometimes I see its memories, and sometimes it makes me see crazy shit. So it's kind of, we were warned originally that people that of the sort of whatever it is that I am aren't supposed to interact with these baby things because it can be a dangerous combination.
You okay?
Now this looks pretty standard. A couple times when I've gone and tapped the cage, not the cage, whatever it is that he's in, this is supposed to simulate a womb, and he's not supposed to know that he's not in his mother's womb. That's what this experience is supposed to be. So it's supposed to this thing is supposed to be basically a permanently prenatal baby that doesn't know that it's not in its mother's womb anymore. And it's also not supposed to be considered a real living like person. It's supposed to be, they tell you to treat it like equipment, but sometimes the baby gives you likes. And it's hard to treat it like equipment. How could equipment give you likes? Anyways, it's some crazy shit. Poo grenades. Explosive diarrhea. Well, you can actually, while you're out in the field, you can just, one of your actions is to pee. I don't know what exactly it does, because I don't think you get close enough to one of those things to pee on them without already being essentially killed. Oh, also, this is brought to you by Monster Energy Drink. It does make me really want to drink Monster. Look how much he enjoys this. Like, he enjoys it with his whole soul. He's like, he's just tearing this shit up. Oh man, look at how much. Wow, just gotta get the last drop. Oh, that looked delicious. And I still need more because I can, that fills up like a third of a bonus bar of stamina. It's true, it's no bone meal. But then you can skip this stuff when you've seen it enough times. And now I've got the maximum of my bonus stamina. And I can have my bodily fluids collected into grenades. No, we're going to campgrounds, Food Brother. We may work up to that kind of camping, though I don't think my wife would be into like backpacking, and I'm too out of shape to do it right now too. But that's one of my objectives for when I get in better shape is maybe with my brother-in-law, with somebody else, doing some off-trail, you know, camping.
EX grenade number 0.
Ooh, wow, 3 vials. I was a dirty boy. Oh, the funny thing is when he takes a dump. Check this out. I mean, he doesn't show like the turd coming out of him or anything.
Nice.
Has an advertisement for his AMC series, Ride with Norman Reedus. It's like that's what he's looking at while he's taking a dump. All right, let's get a. Also, as long as we're doing this, let's get like some collections for a pea grenade. Yeah, he's got these handprints. He's got some sort of condition where if other living things touch him, it scars him or marks him somehow. So, wow, look at all that pea grenade. 4 pea grenades. Is it already your birthday again, Food Brother? Wow, I guess it has been a while. I'll have to practice my Spanish so I can sing another Tijuana Taco birthday song for you. Do I still have that? I don't know if I have, because I got my new computer. And so I had to restart my OBS from scratch. No, this is regular happy birthday. Duty calls. Tired as AF. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Nah, I don't think I've got your I don't have the tacos birthday video song ready to go. Alright, so now I think I've done everything that I need to do in here. There's also a bunch of emails and shit you can read. I'm not going to do that now on stream. It's one of the things I won't do. Because watching me read is something I can read on my own time. But I can also save here. But when I exit this room and plug back into the baby, that's when you might see some hallucinogenic shit. Because when I plug back into it, that's frequently when I have visions. And it doesn't happen every time, but it tends to happen right when I leave this room, which I'm going to do very shortly. For anyone who's curious what kind of weird shit you see of this baby's memories. Jack into that baby! But work tomorrow too. I know all about that. Alright, Norman. I think that's his dad. He's a famous actor too. He was a bad guy in Casino Royale. And I think this is the room where the stillborn mother is there in that machine. Who would have been his wife before whatever happened happened.
Our little secret. I got my hands on something special. Bata mon traché conclu. I might lay the test somewhere you wrote them. A toast to Lisa. And to you.
They're good, Maxie.
Not bad.
I think he might be my favorite James Bond. Well, they're good for different reasons. The other ones are good for different reasons. Is that what his name is? All right, let's get this job. And can I fabricate the motorcycle right in here? Reverse strike. Long range? They cost... Oh, this one costs slightly more. Improved version, larger battery units. Aware that the battery will drain very quickly. Alright. Well, let's just take on orders.
Sam, a lot of clients are requesting you by name. Now, while there are orders we need you to accept, which are critical to the expansion of the chiral network, there are others that you can take or leave at your discretion. It goes without saying, though, that it's in everyone's best interest for you to do as much as you can. And more work means more rewards.
Alright, one of these is a pizza delivery. They marked with... Okay. So one of these is a pizza delivery. What's the deal with this one? Just to look like a straight up delivery. Keep flat. Oh, that's gonna be a challenge. All right, I think I'm just gonna take all this stuff. I'll deliver the pizza first. Although, I don't know if I can ride my new bicycle out there though. All right, you know what? I'm gonna just select both of these. Oh.
We've prepped a prototype bot for transport. Now you'll need to take it to the distro center south of Lake Knot City. If these autonomous delivery bots prove reliable, they could revolutionize our
Wait, now I've got to haul something else along with me?
A lot's riding on this, so be careful out there.
Well, maybe I should have taken both jobs at the same time. I got to deliver a pizza too, and I've got to do it in quick order. I think I want to get another PCC. These are the ones that you can buy to just generally make generic stuff. How are my boots doing? You know, I'm gonna make another pair of boots. I think my legs are doing just fine. I'm doing okay on... I got 2 of these grenades taken from me. And let's make one of those bikes, shall we? That's good. I have a garage? It's gonna be how. Oh my gosh, that is.
Make sure you carry pizzas properly at all times. If you do something stupid like turn it on its side, you'll ruin it.
Okay, this is starting to look a little bit absurd. Let's see if we can auto-arrange this stuff a little less precarious. No, this is probably going to be a really ridiculous run. I'm thinking maybe I should put off... I'm gonna put off the bot delivery because it's just... I'm gonna have to run across all this rough road with it. And I think I've already got enough crap. Do I have the pizza still on me though? The Get Well Pizza. Your back hurts from looking at the backpack? Oh no, I don't want to do that. Alright, confirm. Hey, look it.
Vehicle ready. Order assigned. Delivery parameters updated. Time limit set.
I had one of these before, but I had to ditch it when I was going through a mountainous area filled with evil spirits. So I'm glad I can fabricate them now. Okay, I don't need to go super fast though. So I need to go out there. Okay. I hope I'm not wrecking the pizza. Oh shit. I'm probably really gonna destroy this pizza by trying to transport it on a motorcycle. I damaged the Get Well pizza. Alright. I'm sorry.
Gotta stretch my legs.
That's not gonna work. I'll come back for you later, motorcycle. I'll come back for you. Fuck, fuck, fuck!
Come on. Keep it together.
Lawhawk Logistics. With over 2 centuries of delivering shit from one place to another, Lawhawk Logistics, we'll put it on our backs. That's going to be the slogan of Lawhawk Logistics in the year 2700, or whatever this is supposed to be. All right, any ladders or anything that I can go across here would be nice.
Sam, you can now submit upgrade requests for structures. If there's one you use a lot, you should definitely consider it.
I don't even know what that means. You know, other players to help upgrade structures you have built. Doing should result in mark with that icon. Or likely to be shared with other players. And okay, whatever. Whatevs. Alright, so it looks like we've got some ladders down here. In fact, one of those might be a ladder that I placed, possibly. Normally I would just take a big leap across the water. But I'm afraid to do that with this pizza on my back. What do you mean damaged? I didn't even do anything wrong. I just walked. Yeah, it is a ladder that I laid out earlier. Alright, let's see if there's anything screwy up ahead. Use this watchtower. That is the objective. I'm not seeing much from here. How damaged is this damn pizza right now? 19% damaged. What do you mean damaged? Maybe it's just because it's getting cold. That could be its way of telling me that it's just getting cold.
That's the way.
A road that I rebuilt was used by somebody else. See, I got some kind of... Is that baby laughing? Or crying? It looks like the baby happiness stats. That orange bar at the bottom is like the baby's happiness thing. I think he's fine. Sometimes the baby likes it if you're doing stuff that bounces him around. He actually, it makes him happy. Like if you do a bunch of jumping and stuff, he may even give you some likes. Hey Joss, are you familiar with this game? Seems like this game is a bit off the beaten path for a lot of people. All right, let's see where we can make. I think there's another river I've got to cross over here. This looks like a good spot. And there we go. I only have... Oh, I was like, only 5 minutes left? How close am I to this place? Okay, it looks like there might be an opening up here if I want to take it. Normally you can climb a lot of these rocky areas, but I don't want to do it while I'm carrying this pizza. Well, yeah, the height, I mean, it's a weird game. It is a weird game. And I think it was not to a lot of people's tastes. And I can understand why. It is a weird game. It's not like, oh, cool. It's not like, if you love Assassin's Creed, you'll love... This game is like Assassin's Creed in the future. It's like, no, it isn't. It's a weird game. And I think people were expecting something a little more like, oh, it's like Metal Gear Solid or something like that. No, it isn't. And the story is borderline incomprehensible. There's a lot of stuff about this game that alienated people. And a lot of people just didn't like... I think Maxi actually is one of the first people to call this out to me. I think it was Maxi. And Maxi, or somebody that I think was Maxi, said... It seems like the kind of game that if you like American Truck Simulator, you might like this game.
Delivering cargo. Delivery complete. Displaying performance evaluation.
Well, you wait if I come across one of the haunted areas, and you'll see, like, as a horror fan, like, there are moments going through those areas where I nearly pissed myself. It was scary. And not every game can scare me the way that this game scares me when it does it well. Now I'm sort of hopping through all that stuff.
Thank you for your continued support. Good work.
Let's see, do they have anything? They have any jobs? Nope. Because now I just basically need to get back to town.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
But I want to get back to my motorcycle. Get some vroom vroom time? Getting my motorcycle for sure. Sounds fun. I've been enjoying it a lot. But I'm going to freely say a lot of people would think this game was weird and boring as shit. It just, like I was saying, whoa, shit. Okay, get back. You're scaring the baby. Don't scare the baby. Here, I got a ladder right over here. The baby doesn't like deep water. Yeah, I don't... Now, I don't have any of my... I don't have any of my body... the grenades on me. The kind of grenades that I have are special technology that actually use my blood, which you can throw at these spirit monsters to... I don't know if it actually kills them or if it just paralyzes them. I think the different, like the pea grenades and different grenades do different things. I think the pea grenade just makes them move away from you. I haven't used them a whole lot. Mostly, I spend most of my time just not getting... Oh, engineer. Will I be hitting engineer on the way? This is really far. So there's a road that goes all the way down there. Okay, no, I'm not gonna... I think I'm gonna try the motorcycle. And see how far the roads have been developed, if I can... I like that I just happen to keep running across my ladders. It's like the routes that I take end up being the same. I mean, I'm traversing this wide wilderness and I keep coming across the ladders that I've placed earlier, so it's kind of cool. You can put stuff on the trike. The problem is depending on where you go, there's a point where you might, like what happened when I was riding it before, I got to a point where I couldn't take it any further. And in fact, I died 5 times trying to cross this area because it was very rough and it was spirit ridden and the motorcycle attracted them. And so I kept getting just killed over and over again. So finally I just decided, well, you can take it a good distance and I'm just gonna park it there, and if I ever come back, it'll be waiting for me, hopefully. Okay, the motorcycle I had on the other side. I think I had the motorcycle on the other side of this radar dish. So, but yeah, you can pack stuff on the trike, but if you ditch the trike, then you can end up kind of shit out of luck. So, I haven't made heavy use of the trike yet either. There was only a certain area where I was able to use it before I had to ditch it to move on to the next area. I might have been able, if I'd done smart enough, take the bike all the way across, but well, eventually you got to get on a boat to go across a lake. I think I would have lost it there. Dispose of vehicle? Why would I do that? Oh. There's all sorts of weird force fields and stuff, so you have to go in at the right locations, and I'm not at the right location. I was about to run into a force field. I think I had some extra shoes that are like kind of crappy. I should recycle. It's the porter boots. And I think the boots I'm wearing are getting pretty worn. Yeah, they're down. They're 57% damaged. Oops. So I'm just gonna recycle those. Gonna fabricate another pair of shoes to be my backups.
Thank you for your continued support.
And that's the president, aka my mom, maybe? I don't know. I haven't, the jury's still out on that. Because you also have a sister that's on the West Coast that you keep seeing in like visions, but she's maybe projecting herself. But she's what your mom looked like when you were a kid, but it's supposed to be your sister. I don't know. I just don't ask too many questions. Just enjoy the ride. But I think that's the kind of thing that a lot of people got into the game and they're like, what the fuck does any of this mean? Just don't think about it. Just enjoy what you see and enjoy what you can grasp, and what you can't grasp, just let it go. That's my thought on it. Let's make my shoes and backup boots. We're gonna put those feet on right now. Did I have any? I did recycle the shitty boots, didn't I? Okay, yeah. And I think I still have the rest of those things that I discovered that I decided they were going to be too flippin' heavy. And I put them in my private locker. All right, I think that's
for your contribution.
Now, if I didn't have these boots on, or these leg supports, this is the kind of stack that would, every time I tried just turning at all, my whole body would end up getting all tweaked. Now there's no suggestion that there's any kind of sexual activity. Alright, I'm just gonna follow this road, see how far I can take it.
Have a pleasant journey.
Looks like I'm a little bit lopsided. It's alright.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
See, before this thing went, now this road that someone's built out, this next part up here, this wasn't done before. And you can see off to the right where it goes, it's all broken up and it goes right through a bunch of those mule camps. All right. So if I follow this, I can follow this road all the way down to here. Okay, I almost was going to leave the road, but I think I'm going to stick on it. Since somebody went to all the trouble to repave this whole flipping thing, I'm going to take advantage of it. Let's just hope I got power stations to recharge. Well, none of this was here before. This is the first time someone put all the resources in to build this. Even before, remember I came to the end of the road, I had to climb down and go on foot? Somebody finished that part out. But yeah, it does feel a little bit OP. I'm not gonna lie. All right. So yeah, when the road ends, I don't know what things are gonna look like at that point. And those bridges on the horizon, that's something that somebody built. That big, those arch bridges. Where we're going, we need roads. All right, so there's another road building platform right there. And probably this road would continue. Okay, so that's where I'm going. So yeah, there's another collection for roads. So yeah, I bet with enough material, this whole area would just be filled with roads. I don't think my motorcycle can go up that though. Let's see if there's another way up. Maybe over here? That's a little steep, but I'm seeing some, what looks like maybe easier areas on this side. This is starting to look like an area that might be haunted. Shit. Distribution center. Alright, so now we're sort of on track. Gotta be careful. Looks like there might be like a brook or river ahead. That might be the end of my journey on the motorcycle. Just double check to see if anyone built a bridge or something in the region. I could technically build a... Oh, hold on. I might be able to... There we go. Sweet. Are you instanced with batches of people? World seems like it would be eroded by now. I'm not sure how the other players overlap in your world. Like, I seriously doubt it'd be every player that's playing the game right now in the world is contributing to the same region, but I'm not sure how it's distributed. Hold on. Is there another way over? Sorry. Losing my train of thought. But yeah, so I doubt it's everybody that simply everyone who plays the game, and I know all these things deteriorate over time. Shit. So what happens if I just Geronimo my ass over the edge of this thing? I have a feeling it will not. No, 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 no. That would not be cool. But there's a grassy. Maybe I. How steep can I take this thing? There's a little grassy way down. I may never get back up again. There we go. I didn't have to ditch my bike.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Decontamination suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
The vat baby would be weirder, but it kind of makes sense. Yeah, you just get real used to it. Like, I know in trailers, when I saw about this game, it just all seems so weird, but just the way as you're playing it, there's weird stuff going on, but the way it gets introduced, it just seems sort of like, oh yeah, this is just your job, and this is, these babies, yeah, they can help you. People bring them along on trips to help them sense the things, and it's just very routine. Like, oh, finish your delivery, just drop it on the conveyor belt. It's all just very routine, you know?
You're Sam Porter then?
That's Charlie Kelly.
We were told you'd help with the bot testing too. But before we get to that, let's see how she's doing.
Shouldn't be a scratch.
Pretty as a picture.
Yep.
Got nothing bad to say.
Yeah, well. I stayed my ass in the motorcycle the whole time. You couldn't do that if you're fucking upright, maybe? I don't know. I got rated awesome.
These bots aren't designed to operate outside the network surface area. So let's get the distro center linked up already.
Oh, this is how you get them linked up to the network. Now see, something seems really messed up about this. And he starts crying. And that's what happens when the bad spirits are nearby, too. Oh yeah, and rain in this world, everything it touches, it causes it to age and decay. So you, like, if you get caught in the rain, you gotta wear your hood, and all the stuff on you starts decaying at a fast rate. Oh. I have Bridges boots level 2 that I can make now. After I just made new boots. So once you've unlocked an area, this is a little bit like open world. Once you've connected a new area to the network, and sometimes they won't join until you've done some stuff for them, and sometimes in this place they will, then you get a readout of like all the stuff that people have built in the area. So like there's little ladder icons showing where people have placed ladders, and then there's little warnings, like you can see the little red icons. One of them to the southwest is a ghost, and as an indication that's one of the, like the areas with the haunted, messed up shit. You have the same USB key.
I'll start prepping for the tests. You sit tight and wait for HQ to ring.
Much obliged, Sam. Now the bots can enter the final phase of testing. I designed them myself, you know. My hope is that they'll lighten the load a little bit. Unlike human porters, if one goes down, it won't cause a void out. Before the death of Stranding, scientists used to fret over the singularity, the possibility that someone might create an AI smarter than any human. But it never happened. Machines don't cause void outs. They can't die. They don't have beaches. No matter how far they come, machines will never understand death like we do. And because of that, they'll never truly surpass us. Get on the delivery terminal. I'll walk you through how to use the bots. And don't worry, I'll keep an eye on things from over here.
All right, well, I think before taking any more missions, we're at a place that has a private room. We should take advantage of it. Can I not? Oh no, I have to do a thing. Okay, fine.
These autonomous delivery bots are designed to process some orders for you.
Simple, run-of-the-mill orders only.
Take a look at what's available. Cargo transported by a bot is liable to get a little roughed up if the road's poor. On the flip side, a bot traveling on a well-maintained road is more likely to deliver cargo in better shape. Also faster, in case it wasn't obvious. Keep that in mind when sending them out.
So I can have bots do routes automatically, but if there's not roads, they're gonna get fucked up. Okay. The deliver pre-stranding text on American history. The Death Stranding is the term to describe the apocalypse that happened. And it all has to do with like the weird death stuff. Like the void out, that's what they call when someone dies and their body isn't incinerated quickly enough. A void out is what it's called when it explodes. You can see on the map there are craters on this map. It makes it almost look like the moon. Those craters were caused by void outs. Guess we're building roads. Maybe that's the next thing's gonna happen. All right, so he wants books on American history. Oh, this is not gonna go well. Way too cheerful. That thing's about to get shot to shit.
Now we wait for the delivery bot to reach its destination. As of today, there's just one, but if the test succeeds, we'll move ahead with mass production. Then you'll be able to dispatch them yourself. Oh, seems I misspoke. We managed to slap together another delivery bot for field testing. You can decide how to use this one. Sorry. Baby's fussing again. Thanks, Sam. We'll talk later.
Good work, Sam. These autonomous delivery bots will benefit everyone, from folks in cities and way stations to preppers out in the back and beyond. But you must be exhausted. Why not take a break? I bet your BB could probably use one too. Head for the private room. Go on.
When a key NPC tells me to go to the private room, I think it's nightmare time. Something's gonna happen. Time to stock up on pee and poo-poo grenades. Spoopy mode time. Oh yeah, he's having one of his beach dreams. This is where he always sees like his sister mom thing. Who's in his shower? Oh, it's that girl. Her name's Fragile. She's like the head of a slightly more roguish delivery service that's maybe tied to terrorism. Don't be a creeper, dude. Yeah, that's not subtle. You walk like you practically lick the side of her shower and then you act like, oh yeah, I was just going for a walk. Oh, are you there? I didn't know.
Sorry, didn't mean to startle you. You were sleeping when I dropped by. Thanks for the shower.
You didn't ask.
Look, I gotta ask. I've been hearing things about you.
She's in bed with terrorists. Don't trust her.
Yep, Joss.
She's just another dumbass Higgs fucked over. She's a goddamn hero, that woman. Tell me, Sam, what does America mean to you? Way my dad made it sound, we were something special. The glue that held it all together. More than a nation. A symbol of freedom and hope. We could bring it all back if we kept on making deliveries and connecting people. He was sure of it. I was a wreck after he died. That's when Higgs made his pitch. Together, we can run packages from sea to shining sea. Back then, he had a monopoly west of here. We both stood to gain a lot from a partnership. Business was pretty good at first. But then, a year ago, when those fanatics started stirring up trouble, fuckers hijacked our system. Somehow, they got a hold of our security passes and used them to sneak into cities. And just like that, we're delivering guns and bombs instead of medicine, and I didn't even know. We were just cogs in a terrorist machine. Higgs was behind it all. And on top of that, he got his hands on an old-school nuke that I ended up carrying right into Middle Knot City.
You telling me that?
Yeah. It was me. I blew it up. Could have been different if I wasn't so fucking blind. So I did everything in my power to stop South Knot City from getting destroyed. I tried to get the nuke out of the city. But Higgs was one step ahead. He took his pound of flesh and then some. Some wounds. They don't heal. Whatever time I've got left, the rain took. So there you have it. Everything's true. Except for all the lies. I don't give a damn about bridges or putting America back together. But I'm not about to let Higgs and some terrorists take my father's legacy and shit all over it. That's why I came to you. So, trust me now? I'll be there for you, Sam. All you have to do is call.
Yeah, just, I mean, I know a lot more because I've been along this the whole time, but there's still things about this world that I don't understand or get. And Noxire, the face looks weird. This game has its people, its character design is well in the uncanny valley. If you've probably heard that term before. It's where digital faces become realistic enough that they start being creepy a little bit because they just end up looking weird. Yeah, they mentioned something called the beach, and I still don't know entirely what that is. That woman can use it. It's like an extra dimension. She can use it to teleport. So she's actually going to this spirit realm or location called the beach, traveling there and reappearing and other places in our existence. Sam can also go to the beach sometimes, but that's where he has his visions and meets his sister, and like I think he met his mom at the beach. I don't know who they are, but I know he met them at the beach when he was a kid, and he sort of knew how to get there. He didn't always quite know how to get back home, and so they would help him like figure out how to return back to the not beach world. And there's just a ton of shit that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You just kind of got, like I said, you have to appreciate the stuff that you do understand, and the stuff that you don't, you just can't let yourself get too. It's one of those games you can't let yourself get too put off by the fact that there's stuff where you're like, what the fuck does that mean? Yeah, it's Kojima, totally Kojima. Yeah, he has a definite reputation for that. All right, let's oh, there we go. Let's have some monster. Got our little routine going. Story explanation. Don't question it. Well, it's also super hard to explain, to try to, even what I know of it that does fit together. It's hard to put it all together. Like someone walks in, like, "Oh, what game are you playing? Oh, what's that?" It's like I can't, you know. It's just weird. It's just weird. And other people who watch it may have a better idea of it than I do. There's some people that might think they have it all figured out. Here, let's have some sweat gland grenades. They collect everything that comes out of and off of his body. It gets collected.
EX grenade number 0.
Although I haven't got many poop grenades lately. Yeah. I like how he watches his own show from AMC when he's sitting on the toilet. A pube sword? So yeah, it's weird. But it's because he's made up of this certain weird stuff, like the fact that he can go to this beach place, he can sense the ghost things when they're around. All this stuff they're collecting is because his body does stuff. His stuff from his body actually can be used as a weapon against these spirits. So that's what, like his pea grenade and different grenades they make from his body. He carries blood grenades too, that when he throws them, it takes his blood. Like it damages him, unless he's got blood packs, and it uses those. It's a number 2 grenade, Noxire. Let's see, let's check on BB. See if any weird shit happens when I say hello to him today.
Oh.
Oh, looks like just a normal hello. And see if we can save. You can save in a lot of places in this game, but I always like to save when I'm here in particular. Get out of here. Is this a normal vat baby? Guillermo del Toro is in this game also. He's like a scientist at the Capitol. Oh, time for a baby dream.
Sam, those new sites
There he
you
is.
brought into the network have helped us to restore more of our archives. Unfortunately, I still haven't managed to dig up anything about the BB's origins. And I'm completely locked out of BB-28's service record. If I could at least access that, I might be able to tell you why you've been experiencing those strange episodes. Well, I'll keep at it. You do the same.
Oh, and the lady that plays your sister, Mom?
Check the terminal for available orders.
The lady that plays your sister, Mom, is Lindsay Wagner, the lady that played the Bionic Woman back in the 80s. Most of you probably don't remember that, but Maxie, you might. You remember they had the $6 million man, the Bionic Man? And then they had, I think it was a spin-off series of it. It was the Bionic Woman. That's the lady who plays your mom, sister, president, whatever lady. She acts that. And the sister version of her that's not old looks exactly like she just walked right off the set of Bionic Woman from the early 80s.
Higgs set Fragile up.
Eavesdropping again.
It's all in your cuff logs. And with the aid of the Chiral network, we were able to restore Middle Knot City's regional archives. The records corroborate her story.
Don't need you to tell me what's true and what ain't. I could hear it in her voice. Son of a bitch fucked her over good.
No reservations about working with her then, I hope.
Good news, Sam. The bot you sent out made it to its destination. The test was a success. Got another one prepped for you to use. Thank you with my thanks.
All right. I'm gonna make some more of those fancy shoes. Gonna make 2 of them. I'm gonna recycle my old shoes. The V1s. Let's see. So I got on Where is it? Equipped, bridges, boots level. Oh, I guess I had some on my boot rack already, so they got put on my, the new ones got put on my back. We'll recycle this. Wait, didn't I have 2 pairs? That only recycled the one? And hey, Noah! I keep your stress level. Hey! It's Bionic Woman Lady. That's mom. That's the mom version. My streams help your stress level low before you head to work. Help keep your stress level low. I'm happy to hear that. Wow, that's just popping in here and dropping one line. That's such a nice thing to say. I appreciate that. I'm happy I can do that for you, buddy. You're always catching me at the end of the day when I'm when I'm about ready to go to sleep. Maybe that's why you're so relaxed, is because you're catching me. I've got this about to nod off to sleep vibe. All right, did I forget the other pair of shoes? Boots level 1, not carried. Boots level 2. Okay, I guess I dropped it on the ground? Is that what happened? All right, I don't need those in any case. Now let's see what they want me to grab here.
Thank you for your continued support.
There she is, Maxie.
One more thing, Sam. A new delivery type has been added to the terminal. Your hard work's getting noticed. Because of that, there's been some talk of offering a premium service. Now, it might seem like a hassle to willingly take on extra restrictions, but if you succeed, you'll boost your rep even more. So, if someone asks you to deliver within a time limit, you could counter it by setting the limit even lower, thereby earning yourself a better evaluation if successful. Now, if you're feeling up for a challenge,
CEO Kim,
give it a try.
how are you doing? Feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. It's nice to see you. All right. So the weather station. Okay. Fragile cargo and delivery to a mountainous area. Seems like a bad combination. That probably means I shouldn't be taking my motorcycle across the rocks. She's a Fae Queen? Well, that makes a lot of sense. It makes as much sense as anything else, Nick. Alright, let's
Your objective is to head to the bridge's weather station and connect your Cupid. You'll also need to install a chiralium gauge.
The gauge will measure fluctuations in chiral density much more precisely. We'll be able to provide more accurate forecasts for timefall and other phenomena. Timefall and elevated chiralium levels have a strong correlation with BT activity.
BTs are the ghosts.
So, installing this gauge will help us to help you and others like you.
Alright, so maybe we'll do this last mission and you get to maybe see some spooky shit that I've been talking about. And I don't think I need to should build another PCC. Actually, I'm down to 1 ladder. I should build at least 1 more ladder. In fact, I like having... I'm gonna build 3 ladders. And I'll grab another... 2 PCCs should do the trick. 3 blood grenades. I got my boots. Got my grenades. Got my bike. I'm happy with this.
Sam, sometimes other porters will return Bridge's vehicles to the garage. They're for everyone, so feel free to use them if you want.
Alright. I mean, I got mine here, but that's fine. It's nice. Pretty fun RPG you heard about called Wasteland 3. Oh yeah, I've heard of that. I have Wasteland 2 actually. But we were talking about that earlier tonight, that I'm sure I really like that game when I'm in the right mood for it. And you might notice I have like cyclical moods where I'll be really into a certain type of game and not in the mood for others. And a game like Wasteland is a particular mood. It's not a game that I can at any point sit down and be like, yeah, I want to play that kind of game. Like last week, what was I playing? Fall Guys. So just because that's what seemed like fun at the time. I just need something light that I have to think about. Wasteland, the second one, I know it took a lot of planning to think of like how you wanted to put your characters and your group together and who to specialize in what. And it was, I really thought it was good, but I also took a lot of thinking and planning and strategizing and that sort of thing. And my brain's not always up for that, but that does look like a really good game. I agree with you. And I think you got a good sense for what things that I would like too, Noah. All right, let's put this on my back. On my back. I do want to put these extra boots on my boot clip. Catch the boot clip. And let's do a little auto sort. It supposedly optimizes my balance in case anything... If you walk out lopsided with what you're carrying, it can make it a lot easier for you to tip over, so...
Thank you for your contribution.
All right, let's see how far we can get on the motorcycle. Oh, this thing's actually low on batteries. I think there's a charger over here. Yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff I've stacked up. You can stack it up a lot more ridiculous as well, but it ends up like you become very tippy. Okay, where is it I'm supposed to go? To the southwest. But the best way to go is to follow this route, which is a road that doesn't... I'll see what this looks like, but I'm guessing this road has not been recently repaved. So it's probably going to stop being road. In fact, it looks like it's stopping being a road right here. Now, I do see a bridge over there. This is exactly where we want to go, and that bridge is not. Well, let's see what happens. Is there a way to go through here? I did happen to see metals, and since they're here, metals can be used to contribute to, you know what, I should take my bike. Maybe I should start looking for materials to add to the road, because I'm feeling this little stretch is going to be pretty rough. Although I don't know if I want to spend the effort to actually build a road here, though. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot more materials to add to this before it's a road. And hey, Max, what's up? It's going pretty well. I'm actually already at the point where I'm I'm streaming a little later than I planned to be. I'm having fun though. So I wonder, I see there's like bridges and stuff over there. I wonder if somebody's made an alternate route. And how far is that going to take me out of my way? That might actually be worth checking out. You know what? Why the hell not? I'm going to check it out. But first, I'm going to see if they've got more materials in the, since I got a bike. Sometimes these bases, because you build a good reputation, they'll have resources that you can just sort of pick up. They have stockpiles.
All clear. Welcome, Sam Bridges.
Claim materials. Is there a problem with it? Making it sound like this is going to be too heavy for me or something. Oh, is that all that they had? Oh. Okay, so yeah, this was more than I could carry. And hey, AWOL! Oh my gosh! I've seen so many familiar faces tonight. How you doing? I'm glad I stayed on a little bit later. Like, I seriously was planning to end my stream by 10 tonight. But I'm just kind of, I'm enjoying myself. I gotta be careful though. I have a tendency, I'll stay too late, and oh, it's not good. My job does not work well when I'm sleepy. It's more that I can carry on my back. Luckily, since I have that motorcycle, I think I can, the stuff that I'm carrying in my hand, I can put on the motorcycle. Oh crap! Oh shit! Okay, yeah, okay, slow down. Wait, don't I? Hey, somebody gave one of my ladders a like out there. I put a ladder out there, someone must have used it. I guess I can't put cargo space on this. When I had one before, I could load cargo onto it. I wonder why I can't now. Well, I'll come back for that other metal. I'm also not sure I want to keep running back here over. Oh shit! Okay, hold on. Don't. Just relax, dude. Just relax. No need to biff it, right, Maxie? Wait, was it Maxie the new Biff It, or no, Brad? Somebody old school. All right. Wait, how many more metals does it need? I might be getting close to actually finishing this thing. Thanks for staying up late then. You have other reasons to be up late. Glad that YouTube suggested. All right. Well, yeah, because most people have left, AWOL. You got to go to Twitch. And most of the people that were YouTube streamers back in the heyday, they're not here anymore. There's a few stragglers. I'm here because I'm not trying to make a career out of streaming. I just made some friends here, and I keep streaming to hang out with my friends. My channel stopped growing 2 or 3 years ago. All right, let's confirm what we need here. So we need 500 more metals and, oh, like 1,500 ceramics? No, screw that noise. I don't want to deal with that. Alright. That's a chore. Why do I gotta do all of it? We're just gonna have to rough it. Isn't that what this game's all about? Well, let's see if I can rough it by making my way to that bridge over there. This does seem very far out of the way, though. Oh, this seems decidedly the wrong way. Can I make my way back over to the right ever? There's a huge canyon right here too. And I could jump it, but then I would be right back where I was. Alright, no, this is no good. Vehicle destroyed by a considerate BT? That must have been the motorcycle I ditched last week when I was in a haunted zone and I couldn't ride it because it was attracting too many of them. It was 2 years ago, Zeokin? All I remember is I stopped seeing you here, but I was on Twitch and I saw you with the not MSTK3000. What are they now? Rift Tracks. Rift Tracks has a ton of streams, and I used to see you in Rift Tracks all the time. I think that was you, wasn't it? Alright, let's just see how far we can take this thing. Okay. Yeah, things got a little bit heavy in here for a while. Why does it want me to go this way? Oh, look at this. It's bumpy. It's bumpy. Wait, where the hell am I going? Oh, it's up there. Okay. Oh, that was quite a jump. Well, see, all the road that I could have constructed only would have gotten me this far. Yeah, no, Rift Tracks is good stuff. How the hell do I get up there, though? Looks like I need to take the actual road. I need to hang a southie here, and then maybe there's a way up the cliffs down south. Oh, whoops. What's going on over here? Oh, whoops. All right, no, I'm not getting up over that. I don't want to biff it. I may have reached the end. Oh wait, is this more traversable? Okay, here we go. Oh, look at this. It's almost a little bit like a road over here. It's kind of cool. All right, I'm glad I didn't give up. I almost ditched my bike. Turbo boost. Okay, slow down. That takes a lot of batteries to do that. I didn't know I could make myself jump that high. That's pretty nuts, though. Okay, let's confirm. Am I still on what would have been... Okay, this is still what would have been, if it was built out, the road to my destination. Use a little boost here. I hope I find a damn charger station soon. Alright, that's where we need to go. Those upside down rainbows are bad news.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo
As in, usually as in spoopy, like some bad shit happened there.
delivering cargo.
Hello. Sam Bridges, right? We've been expecting you. The gauge you brought is going to save a lot of lives. Let me do a quick inspection.
You'll find it's in primo condition.
Oh, wonderful. It's in perfect condition.
Yeah, I'm good at my job. Special alloys can now be used at all ACA affiliated facilities. The amount of materials can be used at the weather station has increased. Okay. Another important delivery of butt plugs. Okay, how do you like your new digs? In your old tromping grounds. I love it. Are you talking about Portland? I love it. I lived here before. But yeah, one thing we're able to take advantage of. Last year, we both got new jobs, and my wife's job made her work a ton, so we couldn't really enjoy it that much. She got a new job that's a lot better, pays more, works less, and so this year we have more time. And with the pandemic and things being weird, closed or restricted a lot of the time, we started recently getting into camping, and I think that's a really great way to appreciate what's special about the Pacific Northwest that's not in, for example, the Los Angeles area. Forests, and like, we went camping a couple weeks ago, and it was a campground, but it was like deep in a forest, way up in the hills. It was super cool. Oh yeah, I've been pretty open about the fact that I'm in Portland. I mean, Portland's big enough that if you say Portland, you're talking about really 5 or 6 different cities clustered together. So that's like if you say you're in LA, although I was like literally near downtown LA, but I was much more specific. But there were also, within 10 blocks of me, there were, 5 million people. So it's not like I could be found easily. Well, I thought I'm not going to get too much into the politics of the riots, but it seemed like the actual riots, I mean, they made national news because there was some kind of contentious shit going on. That was really, the way I heard it from people around here is that it was just kind of a really small area of Portland, like of the downtown that was affected. There was only like a several square blocks area near federal buildings and things like that. And apart from that, it wasn't like the whole city was in chaos. It was like a few blocks had this shit going on. Portland, Vancouver, Beaverton, Troutdale, etc. Yeah, totally. Like, if I lived in Vancouver, Vancouver's not even in Oregon. But if I lived in Vancouver and somebody asked me who doesn't know the area, like, oh, where do you live? It's like, oh, I live in Portland. It's like, even though technically I live right across the river in Washington, but it's effectively a suburb of Portland. Yeah, near the federal buildings, exactly. Let's see. All right, let's make this happen. I live there too. That's where my mom lives. She lives in Vancouver. That's when I first moved from here, or from Southern California to this area. It was because my mom had moved up. She moved up here while I was in college. Like, I grew up in Southern California. And she had a friend up here that she spent like a summer out. My parents split up and she spent like a summer out here, and she loved it so much that she decided to move here. And so then I would usually about once a year or so, I would spend some time with her up here, and I really liked it too. Like Powell's, that was probably my favorite thing. Powell's books in Portland. Oh my gosh, that was so, like, blew my mind. But I just thought Portland was just really, really cool, and I just liked the whole vibe up here. So eventually, when I was trying to figure out my next steps in life and I wasn't really tied down to anything, I moved up here. It was a couple years after I graduated college. It's a real place, Brad. I live there. Yeah, Vancouver's a suburb. Yeah, like what? The Couve. Do they still call it the Couve? I know they called it the Couve when I lived there in 2002, 2003.
Once you connect us to the network, we'll be able to share our measurements with everyone. You mind doing the honors?
Oh, that's so sad. Pals is not going to survive? They also... Oh, shit. They also closed Cafe Montage, which was one of my favorite funky restaurants. It's under a bridge, man. I went there frequently before I moved to LA, and we were going there every month or two. We would go there when we moved back last year. I even had delivery when you couldn't go in. I had it delivered from like Grubhub a couple times, and they closed. Floating carrier.
I'm sure they told you, but this weather station was built before the Death Stranding. Bridges 1 came and fixed it up. Unfortunately, we lost contact with our weather satellites a while back. Interference from chiral clouds. So it's been tough to measure chiralium levels and predict timefall. But thanks to you, this weather station can finally function as intended. You made our jobs easier. Now let us do the same for you. We won't let you down, I promise. Take care.
I see you got the weather station back online. Excellent work, Sam. When a region is integrated into the chiral network, it's also brought closer to the beach, in a manner of speaking. There's a significant impact on chiralium levels, and measuring that impact is one of the Cupid's primary functions. The more we know, the more accurately we can determine where to expect timefall and when. Without the chiral network, we'd be left guessing. Oh, and thanks to your latest accomplishment, you can now review the weather forecast via your cufflinks. Check your map. You'll see. Ought to come in handy.
That's
with
helpful.
Routes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep an eye on the chiral density from right here in my lab. It's not too far from South Knot City. Keep processing those orders and you'll put that region on the grid soon enough. Good luck, Sam.
Good work, Sam. That's one more site on the grid. Keep it up and we'll be finished before you know it. The weather station's forecast should be visible to everyone on the chiral network now. Yourself included. You can access them via your cufflinks. It could be useful when plotting your routes.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
But yeah, cafe montage. Yeah, when they wrapped up your leftovers, they would make it into animals and stuff. Like your food would be here, and they'd wrap it up, and they'd make like a swan with a big neck. Or for my wife, they made a giraffe, like a big giraffe head, and they're good. So when the first time I took my wife there when we moved here, I was like, she's like, oh, so you have leftovers, and she's like, yeah, I'll take it to go. And she's like, oh. She's like, do you want it? They asked if you do want it wrapped or in a box. So I'll take it in a box. Like, nope, she wants it wrapped. She's like, okay, I guess I want it wrapped. And then they brought it out to her, and there was the most childish look of delight on her face. And then several months later, her mom came to visit, and we went there. And her mom had leftovers. She's like, you have to ask for it to be wrapped. And her mom's like, okay. And then we went home that day, and they both had dragons and giraffes, and they're like sitting next to each other, all tickled about it, and it's pretty cute. Dirty hippie. All right. Well, I didn't see any ghosts, but I can't. It's getting kind of late.
Weather forecasts can now be viewed via your cufflinks. Should come in handy when you're on the road.
Blue areas indicate timefall. The arrow indicates wind speed and direction. Give me an S. We can use the alter time for which weather. What? Oh, alter the time for when the forecast is going. Okay, I gotcha. Wait, was it left arrow? The arrow keys, did he say? I already don't know how to change. WS? Oh, there we go. This is right now. 10 minutes from now. So in 20 minutes, the route that I came up, it's going to be raining. And it's conceivable with the rain comes the BTs as well. So, yeah, in about 10 minutes, the storm's going to roll in. 20 minutes, and it's going to stay for the... Alright, that's kind of good to know. There's no pee... There's no place for me to pee in here. Unfortunately. Where's that road? But I can, oops. One of my things that I can do, if it's still here, is this. I can prepare. Be considerate and relieve yourself away from other people and their property. Okay, hold on. Maybe I should step outside of the zone here before I pee on anything.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
All right, stop. What happened? I guess I cut off my stream. That little mushroom grew because I peed there. Everyone will know I made a pea mushroom. Well, it specifically said don't pee on other people's property. I don't want to get, I don't know if you can get dislikes but I feel like if you can,
All clear.
that's the sort of thing you would do to get dislikes. But I don't know that you could actually get close enough. All right, let me see what kind of job they're offering here. An order for Sam. To the Timefall farm, you say? Construction of safe house. Build a safe house. And upgrade. I don't know how that works, but does that mean I can sleep there and make pea grenades? Alright. Involves a heavy cargo load. Completing on a foot may prove difficult. Use a floater carrier or vehicle. Okay. Yeah, I'll use a floater vehicle. But... yeah, cancel the order. I can make floater vehicles, right?
We've added a timefall shelter option to your PCC. They're perfect for keeping you and your cargo dry until the weather improves.
All right. I have a PCC level 2.
Congratulations, Sam. Your PCC's leveled up, so to speak. It now has the capacity to produce more complex structures. I'll let Mama fill you in on the details.
Sam, I've added a safe house schematic to your PCC. It's a fairly large structure, so it'll take a lot of time and materials to build. But once complete, it's pretty much identical to a private room. Give it a shot.
Oh, 2,400 special alloys. Okay, I see the deal there.
A floating carrier is a kind of tractor car. Chiral crystals keep it suspended in midair, allowing it to move unimpeded over rough terrain. You can load one up with cargo and tow it to your destination with minimal effort. If one's not enough for your needs, you can hook it up to another and take 2. Just keep in mind that carriers require a steady supply of chiral crystals to operate. Make sure you have enough to get where you need to go.
Leave the ponytail alone, Maxie. You can actually, when you change, he got Gordon Freeman glasses from a Half-Life fan in the game, and if you have him wear the glasses when he leaves the room, we can like load him out with them. He doesn't wear the ponytail. If he wears the glasses, he wears his hair loose. He also has a Bridges, which is the company he works for, hat, like baseball cap, and if he wears that, his hair is not in a ponytail. So there are things you can do to avoid the ponytail. So I don't have I saw what materials were available, and I can confirm that I did not have the materials necessary to make all the stuff for that mission. So I think I am first going to do this wheat seed delivery. And wheat seeds. All right. And I don't think I need anything else to build right now. There. Oh, there it is. Stacking it a little bit high.
Order assigned.
All right, let's see how far our motorcycle can take us. A motorcycle's starting to look a little bit rusty
I know we will.
from being in that rain. I wonder if it deteriorates in any meaningful way.
Keep on keeping on.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
All right, stop it. Moving. Stop moving. This is getting way too ridiculous. I've plotted like 8 waypoints. Remove all markers. Alright, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up driving into some bad weather.
Keep on keeping on.
Oh shit! Whoa, hold on. Alright, this is getting a little bit stupid.
Predicting the weather is akin to predicting the future. Some animals have a kind of sixth sense that helps them to avoid danger. We have something far better. The ability to gather data and act accordingly.
Mike!
Only humans possess this power to plan ahead. We have the capacity to live each day imagining what tomorrow will be like. And our imagination once gave rise to a rich, vibrant culture. But somewhere along the line, we lost sight of tomorrow. We reduced ourselves to animals, focused only on the here and now.
How the hell am I supposed to get all the way down there? Yeah, this is a post-apocalyptic American truck simulator. It's definitely not baseball. Have you played this? What do you mean there's no crying in baseball? You didn't see me playing it a couple weeks ago. I was bitching. I was bitching hard. Oh, this area, okay. Oh, we're getting a musical interlude. It's probably gonna shut my stream down for copyright reasons. I like the music in this game. Yep, and well, the stream may actually be blocked in some countries. So if anyone, like, for example, in Sweden is enjoying this stream right now, they may not for very long. Oh, fuck. Yep, I'm in mule territory.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Fragile Express ID.
Oh, I guess I bypassed the ghost because there was no rain. Well, with super boosting motorcycles is kind of OP. With that super boost, that trip was relatively simple. All right, well, so I guess we're not going to see ghosts this evening. I'm already an hour past where I needed to be, so I gotta hightail it out of here. Or at least I need to stop playing. There's this one more mission impulse. I just gotta stop. There we go. Roll up your windows, kids. Now I'm curious if I can just see a video. See, death. Hey, where's my stream thing? Okay. Shoot, do, 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 do. Baseball! We all love baseball, don't we? All American pastime. Every Thursday night on the Gaming Lawyer channel for years and years. It all came to an end. Because baseball sucks. Made me sad. Because I'm bad at it. And I'm bad at it because it sucks. I'll keep coming. Yeah, there's a couple that when it kicks in during gameplay, you'll be walking and this music will just start playing, and it's really cool. I really liked it anyways. In fact, I think now I already closed out of the game. I can't remember if I can I think I have to be in one of my safe house rooms to access that music. Yeah, but I'm enjoying being bad at this game. Because despite being bad, I'm not losing, Maxie. I'm still, and every time I deliver a package, they tell me what a good job I did, and it strokes my ego. Okay, this was particularly an area that I got really spooked out in. I hope this is not a guide where someone's just showing you how to not encounter any. Everything starts getting screwed up when you get near this scary stuff. Like, and the little baby you're carrying around, it starts wigging out. Okay, when nothing pops up like that, that means you're approaching some messed up stuff. And it starts flashing, like... I guess. Come on, just go, dude. I'm starting to think this is a playthrough of a dude that knew how to get by without running into them. But the whole thing I wanted to show you is how pants-poopingly terrifying it was for me going through this forest. Yeah, this is early in the game before you get the Bionic Legs edition. I got a Bionic Legs add-on so that you can carry a lot more. Suddenly the game starts asking you to consistently carry a lot more. So when you're getting near these things, if you stop, you can see them. Like he just stopped and you can see figures, human figures floating nearby. If he moves, he stops seeing them, but they're there. You only see them when he's not moving. And they start making horrible noises as you get closer to them. And if you get close enough, a thing pops up telling you have to hold your breath so they won't detect you. And if they catch you, things go way fucked up. Like, it's not like you just take a hit and you take a little bit of damage. Like, the whole flippin' world goes upside down if they lay their hands on you. Here's one right. Oh, he's using pea grenades. Hey, made that one go away. It's no fair using pea grenades. Back when I went through the forest, I didn't have any pea grenades. Or did I? I might have had one and used one. We didn't have any fancy pea grenades. You see he's holding his breath. Oh yeah, they're all over. Yep, he really came prepared. Maybe it would have been less scary if I had come prepared. Anyway, so you get the idea. I couldn't show you. Now, this was not the bad area that was really hard where I died a bunch of times. There's a certain area going through some mountains where it just got nuts. There were so many of them. Especially when I was trying to push through with the motorcycle. That just attracted them like moths. You hate pea grenades. Oh gosh. I'm not touching that one. That's treading dangerously close to my no politics rules. In fact, probably crosses the line. Alright. Well, I'm tired. You may be able to tell I'm tired. I was saying at the beginning of the stream. For those of you who hadn't seen me in 2 years, Zio Kim, we moved to Portland and I have a new job where I don't work. Well, now I do work at home, but it's just because of the pandemic. But it's like a real job with a company. And I work full time and I work like a 9 to 5. But in my case, it's 8:30 to 5. And right now, because lots of shit's happening, extra work is piled up. And I've more been working like 7:30 to 6. And we're prepping for a camping trip all weekend. We want to leave. As soon as I get off work on Friday, we want to take off. So that's why I stream tonight instead of Thursday. I still usually stream Thursdays is what I aim for. But I know tomorrow night, between work and packing, I'm going to be too busy to stream. So that's why I stream tonight. But yeah, basically, I roll out of bed. The way things are this week, especially because I can't work over the weekend, which last weekend I worked both days. I gotta pack in as much, like, OT as I can without being ineffective. So we do have ultimate camping vehicle. Do I have that picture still? I think they just have... Oh, there it is. It's our Honda Fit. And what other pictures I have here? That's us. That's me at one of the camping sites that we explored. We didn't stay there, but I was super happy. So we took a picture of it. We rode our car, Fit. It's Honda Fit, and we named him Fitz. He's Fitz to Fit, and he is our camping vehicle. Let me see. Which other... The Fit. I have 2 pictures of the Fit? Wow. I thought I posted a picture of where we went camping weekend before last. Do, do, do. One of these. Oh yeah. This is where we went camping a couple weeks ago. Super zoomed in. So, yeah, that was our campsite. Pretty cool. That was the one that was way, 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 way out in the woods. And even though we were at a campground, like all around our spot, like in one direction there were other campers. In the other direction, it was just, here's the wilderness. Just an ocean of wilderness just right there. It's pretty sweet. And sounds like the place we're gonna be staying this weekend is going to be similar. I just hope it's not too hot because it's been getting up into the night. Today was in the 90s, which I don't know if we're camping, that might be a little uncomfortable. I was even joking with my wife about getting one of those portable AC units and a generator and trying to like pump the AC into our tent. But yeah, no, it's pretty. Let me see if we got that other picture. So they I have them on here somewhere, these pictures that I was. So it says the resolution on these is so high. There we go. So that's our tent on the left. It's a 10 by 10. It's big. It's nice. And we're camping with a couple other people. So that was one person was staying in that tent, and then another person was staying in like a super one-man hiking camp, like a tent, super tiny. So yeah, you gotta have the plaid tablecloth. Come on. Totally gotta have the plaid tablecloth. We got that on purpose because we were like, yeah, that feels like super like picnic camping. We need to get the plaid one. But yeah, so we're totally stoked about our camping right now. All right. You turned 36 today and wasn't having a great day. Watching your stream actually is the best part of your day. Thank you very much. Have a great time camping. Well, hey, Max, did you say today is your birthday? Then I got a surprise for you, Max. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Max LT Nelson. Happy birthday to you. You weren't having a great day, but then you came to my stream and you said very nice things to me. So now I'm singing happy birthday to you, Max. Oh yeah. Happy birthday to you, cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday to you, cha-cha-cha. I hope you actually stayed long enough to hear that I was singing this to you. Because it occurs to me, it sounds like maybe you were just saying goodnight and you might not be here anymore. Which makes me feel like I might be singing this and you're not hearing it. But I don't care because I hope you have a happy birthday. I ran out of words too quick. But you may have noticed I improvised a little bit there. I like just to do a little something special. Just a little something special. No two birthday songs are exactly the same. He's just like, he's like, what the hell just happened? Max like, oh, what just happened? Why did that just happen to me? How do you feel? How do you think it feels to be me? I'm the one that's saying it. All right. Yeah, so far we've been places that have bathrooms or porta potties or porta potties. Actually, the last place we had, you had to walk along like probably quarter mile to get to a real bathroom, but they actually had functional running showers that were open. And that's one thing is most of the campgrounds that have showers, because of COVID, the showers are not open. So that was nice to be able to take a shower. But then the one that was realistic to walk to if you had to wake up in the middle of the night to pee, which, yeah, that happens. Usually about once a night, I have to get up a certain point, have a pee. And, man, stumbling 50 yards in the dark to that porta potty, you do what you gotta do. But all right, hey, you're listening. All right, Max. Good deal. You used to go off in the woods and spend a few days by yourself? Like with a tent, like solo camping, you mean? That's something that I've been obsessed with, watching like YouTubers that do that, but I feel like I'm not. That's what I was saying. I need to get in shape in order to be to carry the stuff that I would need to carry it in such a way, in such a distance. Like, I don't think I could just load up a wagon from the car and drag it a half mile off, like up some trail to some place where, and then off the trail where I could camp. But I heard if you don't bury it, Maxie, that wild animals will come. They say you'll end up waking up and there'll be like wolves rolling around in your shit, messing up your campsite. You can't have that. You slept in the trees? Were you talking about like a hammock? Or you just literally were like, you just walked like a person with nothing, walked out into the woods and were like, You just climbed up into a tree and like draped yourself over some branches and fell asleep? I don't know. All right, Max. Okay, good, Max. I was a little worried. That you were having a meh birthday, and then you were having a good birthday, and then I sang a really embarrassing song at you, and I made it bad again. The wolves want to roll in your poo. That's their problem. Well, Maxie, I would imagine I think you were at a more advanced level of camping than I am. Because until this week, we hadn't been camping in 15 years. And up to that point, like, camping was literally something I did as an adult maybe 5 times in my 20s. And it really wasn't something, like, it was something we did when I was a kid, maybe once a year, until I was maybe 11 or 12. And then I didn't camp anymore until I was in my 20s. And then it was like, it was few and far between, but we're getting into it though. Oh, you had tree houses you built all over the place. Hideo Kim, you're telling some pretty interesting stories right now. If I had time, I would dig a little deeper into it. It's like, well, why did you out in the wilderness? Or is this like, did you own a house by the woods? And so over the years, you built little tree houses for yourself? Or you just wandered deep into the woods by yourself and randomly built tree houses? I don't know. The wolves don't bury their poo. Why should I? Yeah, some other time. So let's just say that Hideo Kim, that I find what you're saying very interesting, in a good way. I hope it was for you a good experience, and not like a traumatic. You were running from the wood, ran to the woods like to escape the mob or some shit. You okay? Jetfire, what's up, buddy? You never camped in your life and you're just about 30? I mean, hi! How you doing, buddy? Yeah. We're enjoying it. I'm all about just being in little weird places, making little weird places like your home for a little while. That's sort of the appeal to it. And that's why the solo camping is an appeal, even more than it scares me, the thought of doing it, but the idea of going to some rando place in the wilderness and just picking a spot. Now the thing is like, we went to this campground last time and my brother-in-law pointed out, like, see all that stuff along the edge of the campsite? That's poison oak, that's poison oak, that's poison sumac, and I'm like, holy shit. So like, now I don't want to walk into random, because he points at this stuff, but then all of a sudden everything looks like that to me. It's like, it all looks like that. Is it all poison? Now I'm scared of the woods. So it may never. I'll have to get better identifying which things are gonna ruin my adventures in the woods. Yogi Bear, hey boo boo. All right, guys. Well, I do need to wrap it up. It's time to wind down. I know some people would like to stay all night long, and I'm sorry I can't do that for you, but there is something I can do to send you on your way. The thing about the wolves and Maxie's with the poo, and it's good stuff, man. This is one of those nights I could if I didn't have to work tomorrow, I probably would end up talking for longer. Probably end up talking for another hour, but I can't do it. Just one quick inning of baseball, right? Maybe, Nick. You think so? Was that a request? Of course. All right, everyone. Hideo Kim. Can't remember if I used to do this when you hung out 2 years ago. I think I did. If you know what's coming, you may want to clear out now, because this is going to be very, very relaxing and soothing. Not scary. Not scary at all. Just, we dim the lights, not because it's scary, but because it will help you calm down. Just relax. Breathe in. I'm getting closer to the mic too. Just a little ASMR. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just relax. Sun is going down. The world is quiet. Just breathe in, breathe out. Let all your stress go. Just unclench those ass cheeks a little bit. There's a lot of stress in the ass cheeks. Keeps you awake. Sometimes you think you're constipated, but you're not. You just need to unclench. That's all. I'm not sure how helpful this discussion about ass cheeks is doing to help you relax. But, you know, I'm going to change the subject. Go to sleep and good night. Your eyes are getting so heavy. Go to sleep now, Max T. Nelson, AWOL, Brad Pritchard, Noxire, J. Maxi, Jetfire. Go to sleep, Zeo Kim, Nixie. I'll be waiting for you in your dreams. Josadai, if you're lurking. Did I forget anyone? J Maxi, Noxire, Jetfire, AWOL, Zeokim. I think I said goodnight to everyone. Jetfire. Yeah, alright. I think it's a good thing. Sure they're all asleep now. Be quiet. I'm gonna wake them up again. Wolf poop.